novice to this. I don't understand it real well. I don't know if you're going to get me to watch pickleball on TV. Like tennis, sure. I kind of get what's going on. I don't know if I'm turning on the Brady's versus
I'm with
the
you.
Jameses.
I'm good with the sports we got that we're watching on a week-to-week basis. I'm good with that.
It is time for a little Super Crosstalk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God.
When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Mason and Ireland to join Travis and Slee?
Super Crosstalk begins.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
That is a 1-0.
Yeah,
Dodgers
that's right.
did what they're supposed to do.
Very
They
quiet
win the
over here.
opener. Al was wearing Padres
All
gear.
brown.
Everything went the way it was supposed
brown
to.
owl.
What percentage? You know, we do this sometimes with Ram games. Hey, what percentage of Cowboy fans do you think were there?
99.78%.
I said 1%.
Yeah.
I think
told
that's
him.
what it was.
Yeah, I think so too.
I told him it's like Padre fans dominating 0.07% of this.
By the way, and
Dodger
get ready
Stadium.
down there. It's probably going to be half Dodgers, don't you think?
I think there will be more Dodger fans than Padre fans.
Yeah.
I've been to a bunch
Okay.
of games at
You
Petco
know
with
what
the
they
Dodgers.
tried to do, right? They tried
The
to do
zip
that
code
thing
thing?
where they
Yeah, the
keep
zip
your
code.
Has that ever
codes
worked?
out.
I feel like
Not-
that's
the
never
secondary
worked.
market is where so many people get their tickets anyway.
StubHub, Vivid Seats. Hey,
Yeah.
if you want to go,
Barry's,
SeatGeek, Barry's, Harris Rosner, VIP. There's so many places you can get tickets.
I'll tell you why I think there'll be more Padre fans. And a lot of it's going to depend on tonight. Because if you're down 2-0...
They haven't had a playoff game in 20 years. That's
what
part
it
of
is.
it.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. They haven't had a game since 2006 at Petco Park.
Wow.
That was a playoff game.
Yeah.
The place opened in 2004. You had that small window. That's it. They have not had a playoff game since then.
Oh, the brown and gold. Listen
However-
to Slee, the brown and gold.
However, if they're down 2-0 after tonight, then I think you're probably going to get predominantly Dodger fans looking for a
How many
sweep.
times do you think we heard this last night? So Slee and I hung out for a few innings at the game last night.
did you?
Yeah. And so we're sitting there, we're chit-chatting, and people go out, Slee, love your guys' show, hate your hat. Hey, I mean, it was just an endless supply of that.
They were actually, I was pleasantly surprised. I felt...
He said that how'd you characterize Dodger fans are really chill? I said, you may
I'm
have
not-
had a unique experience.
I might have had a unique experience.
Yeah.
I had zero issues from the moment I got
Good.
out of my car to the moment I got back in my car. Zero issues.
As it should be.
And whether, by the way, you're 100% right.
But rarely is.
All right.
Yeah.
Way crazy tangent. All the TVs in here are on the baseball playoff channels.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Sean Penn being on Friends?
Oh, that is weird.
I don't. Do you?
No,
I
I
do
don't.
not.
I don't.
I know they had a bunch of guest stars.
Emily
but
probably does.
Friends is on.
Emily, you remember it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, she loves her
It
friends.
was didn't he go to Yemen? Not Yemen. He was in Russia. He was in
I don't know. Right now, he's doing a Halloween party with Phoebe.
Right. He's
Yeah,
got
he
like
was
planets.
in
He's
Russia.
he's dressed as the universe.
Wait, how is one dressed as the universe?
There you see, he's
okay.
got planets
There we
all
go.
over.
Season 5, maybe?
Okay, season 5. There you go.
Another level.
She
Emily,
is
wow,
a
she is
TV
next level.
connoisseur.
She leveled up.
She
Leveled up on Friends. So I've been in the auxiliary press
Yes.
Oh, is that where you guys were hanging
Press.
out?
That's where I was.
box.
Yeah.
Did I send you the picture
Yeah,
last night?
send me the picture. And I knew this, right?
Yeah.
Because I went through this last year. It was like this. Down the left field line, almost by the left field foul pole.
I can see the top of the left field foul pole. Not
Right.
like the fence part,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
ball.
The ball.
It sits on top.
Is that-
I can
is
see the
that
top
out
of
of
the
the way?
ball.
Would you go back?
I'm going tonight.
Are you going? You're going back to the auxiliary? And
Yeah.
Mason, you're not going tonight.
I am
That
not
is
going.
Unusual
I
for you.
bequeathed a really good ticket to Bergman.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
He's gonna go in my place tonight. Now I know what your view was. I sent you a picture
cold-blooded
of my view, which was like the biggest flex I could possibly.
So I told you had a good seat.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
great.
Here's
Your
how
seat
it
was
goes.
good.
I get a text from Mace. He's like, "So are you in the auxiliary press box?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm thinking like he's making his way up there. He wants to so we can connect and sit
Yeah,
and chat.
right.
And he goes, "I said, are you coming?" He goes, "No, I'm in my seat." "Oh, where are you sitting?" and he sends me a picture. He's basically in Mary Hart's seats.
Yeah. Were you in Mary Hart's section?
I wasn't in the dugout club. I was in that next
one
level.
up.
Which,
Field
by
level.
the way, is not. It's a lot of money, but it's not crazy amounts of
I
money.
was surprised when you told me what it was.
Yeah,
I
$1.75.
thought it would have been, I thought it would have been a lot more than that.
No, it's
That's not a lot.
First,
That's not a lot.
First round of the
For a playoff
NLDS
game? Wow.
was a really good price.
Right behind home plate.
There was a chef that was coming in, just bringing him lobster. He's just in there eating filet.
Yeah.
Nothing like a baseball playoff game.
When you were in the auxiliary press box, did you wander around like I did? I sat up there for about 2 or 3 innings. I'm like, I'm going to go watch it from other venues.
My game plan is to lurk, right?
Yeah,
you lurk.
I was
That's what Mychal does. He just goes and sits in handicap
wondered where he was
sections.
last night.
He didn't go.
He didn't go.
Julie went.
Okay.
But Julie stays in her seat. Mychal knows all the ushers. So he just goes and sits in the handicap section.
And I thought Dave Roberts handled the bullpen masterfully for us.
Yeah, now, what he did with Vesia is what I argue should happen all the time. You guys don't like that.
Well, no, he wanted him for the lefties.
Right.
He kept him because
But
he
you
was
guys,
facing a
Trav,
string
you
of
don't
lefties.
like him going 2 innings?
No, it's not 2 innings. It's Vesia. He does that with. It's not asking him to do something that he hasn't done repeatedly. Vesia, he called it during one of the cuts an up down, right? That you get up, you go in, you sit down, you get up, and you go again. That he was getting ready to maybe even do it twice, John, because had Phillips not gotten the last out in that inning, the double play, that was his last hitter, right?
And by the way, Gavin Lux, what a
Great
clutchy play that was.
It's a play the game.
Yeah.
That was a play the game.
Vesia is a guy he does do up downs with, but it's guys like Trinan, it's guys like Gratterall, it's guys like Martin and Canley. They haven't done up downs with those guys hardly at all. That's what I don't like.
Well, and it made perfect sense because you wanted him for that string of lefties coming up. I mean, that's the way they were thinking. And then Machado, they're like, nope, we knew all along that there would come a time in this game when we would need to get Manny Machado out, and he knew all along it was going to be Brewster Gratterall.
So there's this thing that, and it worked out in every bullpen movie made. Nobody gave up any runs out of the pen, so it worked. But if Phillips, let's say Phillips pitches like he does, but Martin kind of kicks the can at the end of the game.
Right.
That it's like, oh, why didn't you use Phillips at the end? It's only the right decision if it works.
Let's say Machado homers off of Brewster Gratterall. All of a sudden, Dave Roberts looks like a dum-dum. But that was the plan all along. It worked out. And, I think people forget, we talk about, Dave Roberts, I think 71 of the last 78 playoff games that he has managed, the pitcher has thrown less than 100 pitches. Generally speaking, when you turn the lineup for the second time, Dave Roberts is probably going to move into the bullpen. And, last year the Braves won throwing more bullpen innings than they did starters innings. I think this is going to be a heavy lean on the bullpen.
So you think, like 6 innings for Kershaw?
Yeah,
probably?
6 innings for Kershaw would be great. 6 innings and
2 runs,
85 pitches and 2 runs.
Take
sure.
If I said you can buy 6 innings, 2 runs right now, you buy
I'll take it. I
think so too.
Yeah,
I think so.
And
too.
Darvish owes us a loss. He owes us a loss after Game 7, 2017. He owes us one tonight.
Pulling into the ballpark last night, listening to the Astros and Mariners on the radio, and
when they came all the way back.
Yeah.
So Alvarez hits the walk-off home run, and the Mariner. I'm not a Mariner fan. I don't really care about them one way or the other, but it just made me sick to my stomach that something good happened to the Astros. You start talking about Darvish, and I just go right back to it again.
Yeah.
I get why people have feelings about it, but I can't separate the two.
Right.
I'll never be able to separate the two.
U2 has that song called Stuck in a Moment, and you can't get out of it. I just remember being at those Astros game, at Game 7. I still, Game 7 just gives me a shudder. It really does. It was such a terrible, terrible night.
Is there any Laker equivalent to that where it's just the game is on the line and a guy that is usually just comes unglued?
The closest thing to it, and it was the impetus for the back-to-back titles that they won in 09 and 10, is when they got boat raced in Game 6 of the 08 finals.
By the Celtics?
Yeah, lost by like 40.
Spill the Gatorade in like the third quarter.
And afterwards, all those guys started texting with each other like never again. They all started working out crazy in the offseason, and it led them to the next 2 titles. But at the time it was going on, they were just a piñata. They were just getting hammered.
Why are you not going tonight?
I'm kind of gassed.
You're getting old.
Do I need more? Do I need
You're
more?
just good.
I was at SC.
You want to be in bed watching the game?
Saturday. I was at.
It's an impressive
Rams
run.
Sunday. I was at Dodgers
impressive run.
last
This is
night.
a change, and you can no longer call yourself the world's oldest millennial.
No.
No millennial would beg off of a playoff game.
By the way, and with a great seat too.
By the way, I think this is my baseball background. I'm a very superstitious guy.
Right. So you'll sit in the same place?
I'm going to sit in the same place. I'm kind of going to try to park in relatively the same place, take the same route. All of these things. This is why when you're not going, I'm like, you should probably keep this thing rolling as long as
That's
you
why
can.
I'm ejecting, too.
Yeah, right.
You're the ultimate cooler. Like, you cool your own
out.
teams like nobody else.
We probably should mention that the Phillies-Braves game, which was scheduled for today, has now been delayed because of weather.
By the way, weather. How weird was that last night? I'm like, it came
I
out
was on TV and I was looking at it
Out of
going,
nowhere.
is it raining
came
at
out of
Dodger
nowhere.
Stadium?
I don't know if I've ever been at a Dodger game where there's even been like a mist.
I think that's the first time I've ever been at Dodger Stadium with rain. And it was, I mean, it wasn't like crazy rain, but it was raining.
Should have called
Legit.
the game. Gave
No,
the
should have
Padres
called
a
the
little-
game.
little-
No, you call the game. We're up 5-3. It's over. We win.
Yeah,
You
wow.
don't want the game
In
called.
the sixth.
All right,
Yeah.
let me be pessimist Trav here for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Dodgers, you mentioned it, did not get a hit after the third inning.
Yep.
Okay, Padres had the winning run, or excuse me, the tying run up to bat in the ninth inning. The Dodgers felt like they were in complete control of that game, and it came down to the tying run being at bat in the ninth inning. And it felt like most of the stuff that you needed to go your way did go your way. Is this series closer than we think?
I've been telling you that. I picked Dodgers in 5. Mason thinks it's a cakewalk.
I think it's 4.
I think the gutty little Padres may have a win in them.
Tonight's a game.
They're so. No, tonight's a
game.
Tonight's a great pitching duel. But I think the game was much closer last night than I expected it to be. I did not expect the tying run to be at home plate.
No,
in
when
the,
it was 5-0,
in the ninth
you're
inning.
like, yeah, it's going to be.
I'm
When it's
calling
5-0,
I'm
I
calling
thought
it
it was
right
a
now.
walkover.
Padres win tonight. Dodgers win one of the games in San Diego, and then Dodgers win it in 5 on
No way
Sunday.
this gets to game.
Damn.
I
five.
don't think so either. The Dodgers,
I think Padres win tonight, too. I agree
John,
with
to
that
your
one.
point, if it gets to where the Dodgers are down 2-1 and they got to win, what would that be on Saturday?
I think
Yeah,
they
gotta win
already
2 in a row.
said-
5?
Did they
Yeah.
already say Snell is going 3?
He'd have to, right?
No, I would use
Snell is
Musgrove.
going 3. You could go
I'd use
Musgrove.
Musgrove.
Dodgers tag.
Snell's pretty good.
He's
They
very
get
good.
that red hot on the ears, and you get
He's
out
a little
there.
inflamed.
and-
It's not sticky.
Yeah.
It's not sticky. He's fine.
I don't think we talked about. It has no effect on.
It's not.
It's not
like
stuff
sweat.
on the baseball.
It's like sweat.
Did you ever do anything like that?
I
Did you ever-
tried. I could never figure it out.
All right,
So, I
did you,
tried to do
Did
that.
you try and scuff the ball? That's the other
So
thing a lot of
that
these guys
that
try.
makes a big difference. Like once, especially when you're playing in high school and
Yeah.
college and stuff, and you don't have a trillion baseballs to go through. Every once in a while, the ball hit the fence, like the backstop, and it'll get a cut in the leather,
Right.
like a small little cut. That ball moves like a wiffle ball.
Right.
Like all of a sudden,
Gaylord
it's dipping
Perry
and
used to
diving.
sharpen his belt buckle, and
Yeah.
when nobody was looking, would run the ball across his belt.
All of those emery boards, all those
Yeah.
things, anything that'll create additional friction as it spins through the air. I could do. But the slippery stuff, so it's the idea, you know, like you take a watermelon seed and you pinch it between your fingers
Yeah,
and it squirts?
sure.
That's the
That's
idea
like
of
a spitball.
where you throw it and you kind of pinch it. You
Yep.
don't spin it, you kind of pinch it as
Yep.
it comes out. I could never do it.
Yeah, never
That's
do.
probably why I'm
What
sitting
about
here.
the sticky stuff? Did you ever use like
No, that's
rosin
before my
and
time.
what
No,
are the,
rosin's
what's the special
Spider
combo?
tack.
Spider tack.
Spider tack. Yeah, no, I never had any spider tack.
You
in
can
my
get it
life.
in Houston.
Yeah, they got plenty of it. Plenty of it. Did you guys hear that I got a message from God as I was in line to
Really?
to go?
God
A
himself.
message from God?
I don't know what else it
A
would have
message
been.
for God bought a 30-second PSA.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
driving home from the game last night.
Yep.
And I get off the freeway, and the freeway exit that I use to go home, there's an In-N-Out at that particular exit.
All right.
And it's late.
Always got a line, right?
Always had a line
Yeah.
last night. And so the line to pull into my In-N-Out, you queue up on the street. And so I'm 4 or 5 cars short of getting into the line to where I can't get out. And I'm listening to post game on the app, and a PSA comes on, and it's a, do you have pre-diabetes PSA?
no.
And the
It's
question,
like they were talking right to you.
question number 1, are you more than 25 pounds overweight? Uh-oh. Question number 2, are you over 50 years old? Uh-oh. Question number 3, I forget what it was, but like the first 3 questions out of the game, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And I kind of evaluated my life. I'm standing in line to get a cheeseburger at 12:15 in the morning. It's probably time to reevaluate what you're doing. And I actually left.
He
the
left.
line.
Wait, you left the
I
line?
left the line.
That PSA made
It
you
sold
leave
him.
the
made me
line?
leave the line.
Are you changing your life? Was
No.
this like a moment where it's like, all right, I am a new man?
You know what he said? I think I'm going to go tonight.
I will go tonight.
Oh, there
I
you
think the odds are pretty good that I end up going tonight. But
Change his
I
mind
don't
for
even think I've ever
24
heard a PSA in my life other than you kind of recognize that it's going on. It's like they were speaking to
Right.
The only thing missing was, hey, Travis, you need to listen to this. That was the only thing missing in the spot.
I have a my acupuncturist says everybody's pre-diabetic. Absolutely everybody is pre-diabetic.
Then why'd I get out of line?
Yeah, why'd you get out of line?
It could have changed
Well, I told you that
everything.
story.
2 burgers
that
tonight.
I was with this guy once on our Laker crew, and we were walking to a steakhouse in San Antonio on the Riverwalk, and he goes, "Hold on, I'll be right back." And he turns right, and he comes back like 2 minutes later, and he's got it. We're walking to dinner. It's like 6:30. He's got a giant ice cream cone. And I look at him, I go, "Steve, we're walking to dinner." He goes, "Take a look at me. I'm one prime rib away from a heart attack. When I walk by a Baskin Robbins, I don't pass it up." And he ate the ice cream cone. He ordered a big steak. He ate the steak, and then he had dessert.
I was just going to
That PSA was not gonna stop him.
Like, did he hit
No.
dessert after the steak?
I thought, man, good for him.
Slee went into an In-N-Out
Yeah.
last night, sat down at
Oh,
a
I
table
heard the story.
and took
Number
it down.
55. Your order number 55. I heard the story.
Boy, no way I'm going in.
Oh, I went in.
well, they were
no,
on
no.
51, and he went back and get the vanilla shake.
No, so I sat inside and ate.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't
wasn't
remember.
I don't
the
think
last
I've
time
ever
I
eaten
was
inside an In-N-Out.
Inside an In-N-Out.
I didn't even know you could go
Some of
in.
them
So
don't
some,
even have
yeah,
it.
some of them don't
In-N-Out.
have it. This one definitely did, but I was going in as if I set a reservation up. Like, hey,
Beautiful.
guys.
Slee also
only
took
12:30
down
in the morning.
multiple
It was a lot.
24-ounce beers last night, brought in pastries for everybody along the way.
Wow.
He's feeling it.
I had a really good time yesterday.
Good.
Can I tell you? And I know this is going to sound funny when your squad gets shellacked and it's Clevenger on the
wasn't
mound.
shellacked.
It wasn't
It wasn't
actually.
shellacked,
It wasn't that bad.
Clevenger got shellacked, but
Yeah.
the
But-
Padres didn't.
Just to and I know you guys cannot relate to this because it is L.A. and it is the Dodgers.
Travis
doesn't-
and I have spent time as Angel fans in Orange County. We can relate.
It doesn't.
I was more of an Angel employee than
Yeah.
a fan.
But you know where he's going.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Dodger fans, yesterday was, oh, yeah, it's the first round. Yeah, we just got to hurry up, get through this. Meaningful games are coming up down the road. And for Padre fans, it was like, oh, my gosh, we're in a playoff game at Dodger Stadium. Kind of felt some of that. And for the Dodger fans, it was. Like, you bought your tickets and whatever you paid for it. You can't get that in a couple rounds.
No.
But you can
no,
get
you
it
get
now.
to the NLCS, you cannot
You can
buy
get
tickets
that now
cheap.
because it's just so common for the Dodgers to have these games happen at Dodger
Like,
Stadium.
I'll be in the left field auxiliary press box for the NLCS because it gets way too
I was
expensive.
just going to say,
I will
it's
keep
relative
seat
to
number
the
8 row
price.
C warm for
It's
you.
like, it was like me and Phil Schumann last year. I mean, it was just like
Me and Sandoval were sitting right
There,
next
you
to
and
each
Sandoval,
other.
there you
so
go.
there we were.
Man, they're sticking the TV guys in the auxiliary press box
It was,
now.
I needed an oxygen tank to get to the spot, but great view of the foul pole. Mason and Ireland coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow. Go Dodgers. Hey, Rams fans, Travis Rogers here. You have got to get the new ESPNLA app. In fact, let's go down to the locker room and get a little help.
What's up, Rams fans? This is Matthew Stafford. React to the Rams on the new ESPNLA app.
This is Cooper Kupp of the Los Angeles Rams. Listen to all your Rams talk on the ESPNLA app.
You are just one tap away from Rams All Access. Travis and Slee, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. Download it now on the App Store or Google Play.
Charm last night at Chavez Ravine. Dodgers take Game 1 of the NLDS over the Padres. Game 2 tonight. We'll get you ready with real Dodgers talk, but we won't be broadcasting the game because we got Lakers preseason basketball. The voice of Johnny I and Mychal Thompson will be booming on 710. Lakers Timberwolves tonight. Speaking of Johnny I, you may not know who Christopher Mad Dog Russo is. I mean, I love Russo. the Mad Dog. How you doing, everybody? But yesterday, Ireland did a Russo impression, and it was gold. So let's play a bit of that.
Enough with Briones! Julio! Jorge! Man, I can't take it! We got Kaplan selling stuff for free on the side! We got Donato! Never shows up! Never here! Haven't seen him in 3 months! Got a bunch of rules around here! Enough! Can't take it!
See, whether you know Russo or not, you like Ireland's impression, right? Let's get to more fun and frivolity on Wednesday afternoon with Mason and Ireland.
Right at DiCaprio.
I know what you're saying.
I don't know if it was directly because of the Russo impersonation or because I've been in a lot of planes, but I think I really screwed up my voice.
You sounded fine before the Russo impression.
And now it's like barely making it.
So you're a warm tea and honey kind of guy today?
Well, I'll be pounding the thermos today.
Yeah. Let everybody know that we are on YouTube today. Go to YouTube and search ESPNLA, and you can see what's going on in here. Mychal Thompson expected to join us some point today. Mychal was not at the game last night, huh?
Julie went. Mychal stayed home, and then tonight Mychal's with me.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm assuming Julie's going again. Trace looked. I mean, normally he makes that diving catch he tried to make. Normally he makes that catch. Normally he gets
the
a
one
glove
at the
on
wall.
The one at the wall.
Yeah.
He was fine for a first playoff game, but I'm sure he wishes he could have had a couple
I
of
think
those plays
he's
back.
0 for 3 with a walk in a key situation last night. The guy who looks totally lost, and I think you got to pull from the lineup, is Bellinger.
He
completely lost.
Travis, I didn't do the math on this, but Travis said he saw 7 pitches and swung at all of them.
Yeah. We were talking about that this morning.
I was counting last night.
Is that accurate?
And it's 100% accurate. He swung at the first 9 of 10 pitches, and one of them
just
was
up
the
there
one
hacking.
Yep.
The one that almost hit him at his feet was the only one he didn't swing at.
And you're facing a right-hander. I would think that tonight might be a night we'll see Joey Gallo.
And you can't take Bellinger out of the lineup, by the way.
Well, no, I think you might need to take Bellinger out of the line. It's a dead spot in the lineup.
It is.
He's flailing. He's flailing.
But he's great in the outfield.
But Joey Gallo is also a great defender.
Greg, if you take him out of the lineup, who plays center? Trace?
Trace would play center.
Trace would play center. Gallo
who had
would
2
play
miscues
left
yesterday.
What's that?
He had those 2 miscues that you were talking about up at the wall.
The diving one. The
diving
wall
one I don't
was
have a
not
problem
his
with.
fault.
It absolutely was his fault. 100% it was.
He jumped into the wall.
Right. He AJ Pollocked it.
Right. He jumped into the wall, but I don't think it was a catchable ball.
No, it was a catchable. Absolutely.
You thought it was catchable?
100%.
At the wall?
Now, the home run?
The home run.
100%
catchable.
I mean, I was at the game, so I didn't see the replays, but Ireland, was that a catchable ball?
No.
I didn't think so
it
either.
barely landed. Yes, if he would have timed the ball just a little bit better and didn't jump into the wall, he would have caught that.
I'm trying to think of somebody.
I know you love Trace because of Mychal, but he absolutely would have caught that.
No, I am biased when it comes to Trace, but I'm trying to remember an example of someone at Dodgers Stadium.
Cody Bellinger a couple years ago.
Taking a home run away from somebody over the wall.
And was the fan...
Cody Bellinger did it
8
against...
feet high.
Did the fan interfere?
No, the fan did not interfere because he didn't time it correctly. But Cody Bellinger took a ball away from Fernando Tatis. What was it, last year?
No, but there was no fans at the time. It was in Texas.
It was in Texas.
No, it was at Dodger Stadium, and it was at center field. There are no fans in center field. It was center field. Yes, 100%.
I'm trying to remember. I just don't.
I might not be 100%.
Unbelievably tough
99.
chance. Regardless, unbelievably
It was a tough
chance.
chance. It was a tough chance.
Well, they escaped. If you can play a game and not get a hit after the 3rd inning and win, you kind of take it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an escape.
So last night, I was sitting just, some rando in the stands.
What do you say?
And I was
Wait,
you
didn't do the headphone thing?
I did the headphone thing, but I only had it in
Mason
one ear.
normally puts headphones on so the people next to him won't talk to him.
So
something he uses in everywhere. Starbucks, airports.
I was next to Hector and Reed on one side and Tim and Heather on the other side.
Okay.
Very, very nice people.
All Dodger fans?
All Dodger fans,
Okay.
exactly. No Padre fans. So we're all high-fiving after everything that happened, especially early in that game when they're teeing off on Clevenger. And this girl in front who knew everybody, right? So it's a section of fans.
So it's like a fever pitch where everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows everybody. And this girl in front of us, Lisbeth, was not high-fiving me.
Okay.
She would high-five. I would high-five with Hector and Reed. I would high-five with Heather and Tim.
Do you think it was personal?
Well, I just think she was ignoring me.
Okay.
So finally, I said to...
Hey, Lisbeth.
No, I said to Hector, who is that girl, and why is she not high-fiving me? So that's Lisbeth, and I'll talk to her. So he went and talked to her, so then Lisbeth started high-fiving me.
Wait, I know you don't think you are, You are totally the get off my lawn guy.
No, I'm not.
This is
high five me. Don't ignore me.
This is identical to when you complained about the flight attendant.
No, I didn't all I said...
You are the squeaky wheel.
I said, Hector, why is that girl not high-fiving me? That's Lisbeth. I'll talk to her.
I want an Oompa Loompa now.
I don't think that's old man get off my lawn. That's just like...
It's
just high five. Don't leave me hanging every single time, Lisbeth.
AAM, all about me.
By the way, I trust nobody named Lisbeth.
Why?
By the way, there's no.
What's wrong with that name?
Because you're just trying to be different. Your name is Elizabeth. You can be Lizzie. You can be Eliza. Whatever you want to be.
Right, so she's Lisbeth. What's wrong with
Lisbeth is not a good person.
Lisbeth is a...
She's not high-fiving you.
She ultimately...
She's changing her name to something ridiculous.
After the 5th inning, she didn't leave me hanging a single time.
What? Greg, what in the world do you have against people named Elizabeth?
No, her name is Elizabeth.
By the way,
you changed one letter, John.
If Lisbeth was an heiress, Greg would have zero
by the way,
issue with
Lisbeth
You know what? No, I'm out on
Lisbeth
Lisbeth the heiress, okay? No, I can't do it.
Lisbeth is an heiress name.
No, well, yeah, okay, she probably is an heiress in that sense.
Lisbeth.
Yeah,
it sounds like somebody from the
sound like old English nonsense.
Let the media.
Lisbeth.
Somebody named Gina. No, it's Gina.
Right, change the pronunciation.
What movie was that?
That was a movie. That was that 40-Year-Old Virgin? What was that?
I think it was Hitch.
Yeah, it was 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Was it Hitch? A 40-Year-Old Virgin?
I think it was 40-Year-Old Virgin.
And I thought it was. Well, she had a name tag on, and they said, "Oh, you're Gina." He goes, "Gina."
Oh, it might be Hitch. I don't know. It was one of those.
So the other thing that happened last night is much like Sliwa and not like Travis. I'm on the way home from the game. And I had my helmet nachos like I always do. Extra jalapenos.
Mm-hmm.
And no Dodger dog because they suck now. So I...
Travis and Sliwa both bit the bullet and had Dodger dogs. Yeah.
So on my way home, I'm like... I thought, McDonald's sounds good.
Oh, dear God.
So I pull into the McDonald's, and I get into the drive-thru lane, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to order because I'm trying to.
This, by the way, is why you can't get below 200. There's decisions like this right here. But go ahead.
And like I'm trying. So I say to myself, you know what? I'm probably only going to eat one Big Mac, but I'll get two just in case.
Were you high?
No, I was driving.
right.
I was at the game.
Okay.
So I thought, no, I'll get two just in case.
Just in case what?
Just in case I'm hungrier than I thought I was.
Okay.
And as it turns out, I was hungrier than I thought I was.
Oh, no.
Fries didn't make it home.
You know what's interesting?
Chicken McNuggets didn't make it home. I had a 10-piece.
Wait, a 10-piece and two Big Macs?
And
the fries?
Yes.
And a Diet Coke?
Yes.
Why,
yeah,
by the way,
why the Diet Coke?
Why diet at that
Yeah,
point?
and the
Why not
Diet
just
Coke
get a
at that
regular
point.
Exactly.
Coke?
John,
Yeah.
he's watching his figure,
Yeah,
okay?
no,
You got to have to get that
You know
Diet
what's
Coke.
weird about this dynamic, though, about Mason's impulsive eating? Juan is not fat.
No.
Not in the slightest.
Juan is fit.
Yeah, fit.
He doesn't, get on you about these decisions you made. Well, he wasn't with you in this case.
No, he
right?
wasn't with me there. But Juan is fully in on donuts. He's just got a better metabolism than I do.
Well, he's younger than you.
Yeah.
I think that's just you forcing him to eat donuts.
Oh, yeah, that's me. He's the donut guy.
I don't think
just learned
forcing would be the right
it's a
word.
learned behavior.
Yeah.
It's a learned
on my
from
part.
you.
Learned from Juan.
Juan
has always been a
you
donut.
got the donuts from
Yeah,
Juan.
yeah.
Oh, I
right.
see what you're trying to say.
Okay. Let me. I want to ask you guys something.
Yep.
Will I get in trouble if I do? Angela Lansbury died yesterday.
Yes.
Okay. So somebody dug up this clip from John Madden. Okay, on one of those John Madden things.
Yep.
And it turns out, remember Pat Summerall used to promote what was coming up after the big game
Coming
on
up
Sunday.
later on at 60 Minutes, followed by Murder, She Wrote.
Except he would say, "Murder, she wrote." And now we know why. I'll let Madden explain it in this clip. Runs about a minute.
60 Minutes will be coming up following football, followed by Murder, She Wrote.
We would have bets on how long it's going to be between Murder and She. And it got longer and longer.
Then it's Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury.
So we're doing a game, and there's a movie following the football.
Followed by part one of a CBS Sunday night movie, Gone with the Wind, starring Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh.
They can listen. They can't stop laughing.
I laughed so hard, I had to take my headset off and go out in the hallway.
All right, so if
Gone with the win.
If Mychal and I started doing that in the Laker games, zip.
Well, you know how I feel about this. I'm all about, you dressing up, like when you do your...
Visit Toyota.com. They make it easy.
Or what about this?
Check them out at audiovideo.com. Yeah, I think I'm going to... Mychal does most of the reads.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to try and work in
You
the
should.
Pat Summerall.
Because, Billy Mack does the Morongo good times.
Yeah, well, Michael's not here yet, but when he gets here, we'll knock it out.
Yeah, okay, cool. We're going to shoot something today. We're not shooting it.
Yeah,
right?
canceled.
Canceled.
Yeah, I'm glad it is because you look like a slob.
Well, I dress like a slob. I dress like a slob because I knew we weren't shooting anything.
Good.
All right. Hey, stream live sports and original content with ESPN Plus today. You get access to the award-winning 30 for 30 library, unrivaled UFC access, including exclusive pay-per-views, live coverage of 35 PGA Tour events every year. Get the ESPN Plus and Disney Plus bundled today and watch.
Hey, Rams fans, Travis Rogers here. You have got to get the new ESPNLA app. In fact, let's go down to the locker room and get a little help.
What's up, Rams fans? This is Matthew Stafford. React to the Rams on the new ESPNLA app.
This is Cooper Kupp of the Los Angeles Rams. Listen to all your Rams talk on the ESPNLA app.
You are just one tap away from Rams All Access. Travis and Slee, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. Download it now on the App Store or Google Play.
On your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Hey, guess who's on the line? It is the head coach of our Los Angeles Rams, Coach Sean McVay. Coach, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
Sean, you there?
Yep, I'm here. You got me?
There he is. So we got you.
Cool.
Okay, so, Coach, I was thinking that a lot of people are pointing fingers because things aren't going great. They're saying Matthew Stafford's in trouble. They're talking to the running backs. They're pointing fingers at you. I personally think that a lot of these things, if not all these things, can be attributed to the offensive line. I don't want to single anybody out, but you've had a lot of injuries there. It doesn't seem like guys have time to throw or you're getting that push for the running game. Is that a fair thing for me to say, that the line is what you kind of need to get right?
I think ultimately we need to play better as a team. I'm more than comfortable accepting the finger pointing at me because I got to do a better job of figuring out how to maximize, the situations that we're dealing with. And I'm never going to be one to make excuses. There's a lot of parts that we can be better at, but I always challenge our guys to look inward. That's certainly what I'm doing. And really, these are uncharted circumstances and situations that we're dealing with. But we are dealing with it. We're going to deal with it the best way that we're capable of, and we're not going to flinch or fold. And I'm, this is what we signed up for, and it's not just the good, but it's part of the bad as well. And I'm excited about the growth that's going to occur, especially, as I want to try to be the leader that these guys deserve in the midst of a little bit of adversity. And the only thing I know how to do is try to fight our way out of it And I know that everybody else on this team is with me on that.
So, Coach, I'm fully locked in here. I was tweeting back and forth with Andrew Whitworth earlier this week, and I asked him, what he's doing for the next couple of months, and he said, I'm going to tailgate parties. Is that just pie in the sky? Is there any percentage chance that Andrew Whitworth would consider doing what Eric Weddle did last year and busting in from the sidelines?
Yeah, I mean, I think if there's anybody that's capable of doing it, it would be him. But he's got a lot of good things going on right now. I think he went out on his own terms. And, obviously Andrew's a close friend where I keep in touch with him very regularly. And he has a huge influence on me and our group. And I know he's with us, and he's going to try to help in any form or fashion. But I think he'll keep doing his thing with Amazon and a lot of other stuff that he's got going.
Sean, looking back at the Cowboy game, and we're talking to Rams coach Sean McVay, was it the big plays more than anything else that got you? The fumble in the beginning, the long Pollard run, and the block punt? I mean, you take those 3 plays away and you guys probably win, right?
Well, it certainly didn't help. You start down 9-0, and you get a 3rd down and 1. You got a situation where they're in a man coverage, and you got a play that you like versus that, and ultimately we don't win up front, and it ends up leading to a sack, fumble, touchdown the other way, and then we leave a unabated rusher through the A-gap on a punt, and so Pollard makes a great play. Those are 3 huge plays. There's a lot of things that contributed to us not getting it done, but those were certainly instrumental in the outcome, without a doubt.
So, Coach, watching the games, we were all excited about Allen Robinson, the way Allen Robinson was going to be integrated into the offense, and the couple of times that he's seen the ball, it's like he's catching the ball really short, really close to the line. I'm a dummy. Explain to me what's going on.
Well, yeah, I think the hard thing is he hasn't gotten as involved, but really we haven't done anything close to what we wanted to do offensively in general. And so there's a lot of layers to it. Certainly Allen is one of them, but we've got to figure out how to be more efficient, stay on track. We've seen glimpses of it in the Atlanta and the Arizona game, but not nearly enough. And after 5 games, there's a lot of things that we have to do better. And there's not one all-encompassing answer, but it is about the ultimate efficiency that we need offensively to be able to sustain drives, to score more points. And if that means getting more guys involved, then so be it.
Sean McVay with us. Coach, this is a weird matchup you have with Carolina because they just fired their coach and their quarterback, Baker Mayfield's out. So Sam Darnold is going to quarterback. What you're shaking your head?
Is it PJ Walker?
Okay, so you're gonna have a backup in there. So how do you get ready for this? I would imagine they run the same system, but they do go through a coaching change, and now you have a quarterback you don't have a lot of tape on. How do you prepare for a team like that?
Yeah, well, they do have continuity at the coordinator spot offensively with Ben McAdoo. So we've got some inventory on how he wanted to run the offense for the first few weeks of this season. P.J. Walker's a guy that's done a nice job when he has started, so you've got some inventory on him. And then it's about playing good, sound, fundamental football defensively. All 11 being on the same page, seeing things as one, tackling well, pursuing to the football, and trying to create some turnovers.
This may or may not be a question for you or for Les, but Odell Beckham Jr. is in Buffalo today. He says the Rams know where I wanted to be, but didn't offer what he was worth. Is that ship sailed? Is Odell Beckham Jr. still got a shot to be on the Rams?
Yeah, I'm not ready to say the ship has sailed. I love Odell. Stay in touch with him regularly. I'm not familiar with exactly the offer. I know that there's a lot of dialogue and discussions, but I was just made aware of the tweet pretty recently. But love Odell. Definitely not ready to say that ship has sailed. But whether it's with us or somewhere else, he's a guy that I consider a friend, and I'll always wish him the best. And certainly you'd love it to be here. But if it's somewhere else and that's what's the best scenario for him, love Odell and grateful for everything that he's brought to me and to our friendship that we have.
All right, Sean McVay with us. And, Coach, your work ethic is pretty legendary. We've talked to people at the facility that say you're there when it's dark in the morning, you're there late at night. I know you get out with Veronica and have dinner, and then you go back to work again. I'm curious, this is a big week in sports in L.A. The Dodgers are in this playoff series. The Lakers open on Tuesday. Will you allow yourself to even look at a Dodger game or look at a Laker game, or in season, is that just not on the table?
No, I think you want to have some balance. You got to take care of your work, but I do think that finding the balance is a good thing. It allows you to be a little bit more clear, more fresh. I think there's a difference between what I used to perceive as working hard, but it's about working smart and working efficiently. And so always want to be solution-oriented with the tasks at hand, but that doesn't mean that you always have to burn the midnight oil. There's a lot of things that we've got to fix right now, but I also need my sanity to lead the right way. And, baseball and basketball can provide a little bit of a relief and an exhale.
At that game on Sunday, I don't need to tell you, there were a lot of Cowboy fans, and they were loud, and that's something you got to contend with. For me, it's really, as a fan, it feels like kind of a bummer. For you as a coach, how do you approach that sort of dynamic?
Yeah, it's not ideal, but that was the situation that we were in, and you got to be able to deal with it. And so I don't really think too much about things that I don't have control over. I think that if you do a good job of handling our business, then usually the fans get louder on our end. And if you don't, then the fans get louder on their end. And I think that was what was reflective. They took control of that football game. And so our job is to try to put out a good product as possible and make fans want to come and support us. That's what our focus and concentration will always be on, is putting out a product that the LA fan base can be proud of. That's what I'm going to try to continue to do for the great people in the great city of LA. And, we've seen a lot of good movies in that stadium as well. And the other one the other day was a tough one for us.
Last thing for you here, and it's kind of complicated. We saw a couple of roughing the passer calls. Sunday, Tom Brady, Monday, Derek Carr, that have been called into question. How do you feel about that call? Did you see those plays? What do you think of them?
I think the important thing for us is to understand how it's being officiated and communicated to our team. How I feel about them has nothing to do with anything other than understanding to create clarity for our players when we're trying to sack the quarterback. How is that being looked at? How is that being officiated? And then making sure we understand it if something were to occur like that to Matthew, so that we can have the appropriate dialogue in the game to get the calls that they're trying to get clarity on and get it officiated the way that the league office wants it done.
All right, man. Coach, we will see you on Sunday at SoFi Stadium. Looking for a big, big performance. Thanks a lot for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Sean.
There's Sean McVay, head coach of the Los Angeles Rams. I referenced the Odell Beckham Jr. tweet. Here's what it says. L.A. He's in Buffalo, according to his Twitter timeline.
Just visiting?
Well, yeah, just stopping in.
Saying hi to Josh Allen?
It's a garden spot.
Yeah.
L.A. knows where I wanted to be, but they didn't offer me anything, so I don't know what people want me to do. I definitely know my worth and what the offer was, and it wasn't reflective of that. So it's tough to say that I can come on back, even though I thought I finally found that home.
Okay, so let's talk about his value. He wants to be paid like an elite wide receiver. I think he wants to be paid like Devontae Adams or like A.J. Brown or, all these guys got big contracts. Terry McLaurin, they all got big contracts in the offseason. With him, he's coming off of 2 injuries.
Yep.
And I can see the other side of this.
Sure.
That Odell, when he's right, can be a huge weapon. But you're banking on him being right coming off of 2 injuries.
Yes.
So I'm not sure I would have offered him a big, huge deal either. How about you?
I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to get a really, really rich 1-year deal. And I think Buffalo's might be richer than what we're capable because of the cap of offering.
Yeah, I just think. All right, here's Mychal, who's coming in.
Yeah, Odell Beckham Jr. You familiar? I don't know, he's in Buffalo today, Mychal. Yeah, he's in Buffalo. Yeah, he's in Buffalo. We don't know if he's going to sign with the Bills. Sit down, talk into your microphone like a regular radio person.
So wait, Mychal, the Ravens have speed at the wide receiver positions, but their problem is their defense.
Yeah, they got frying pans for hands.
Clank,
clank. My goodness.
Now, are you actually a Ravens? Do you consider
he's
yourself to be a Ravens fan or a Lamar fan?
Ever since I saw Lamar Jackson play as a sophomore at Louisville, I said, "That's my guy right there. That's my guy."
That's true. I mean, he was telling me he texted me the night he watched Ireland. Put on ESPN. You got to watch this quarterback. He's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Most athletic quarterback in history.
Yeah, I don't understand what's holding up his deal. If I'm the Ravens,
Or
it's just
they don't want to give him the $230 million guaranteed, fully guaranteed.
Now, is this his fifth year?
No, they can franchise him for 2 more years, about $45 million a year.
They can Kirk Cousins him.
So they may as well pay him because they're going to franchise him anyway.
They're going to pay him $90 million anyway, right?
Yeah, $90 million over the next 2 years. So why not pay the guy?
Right. Well, the difference between like when Kirk Cousins got a big deal and when Jared Goff got a big deal.
Yes.
Like if Kirk Cousins or Jared Goff leave, they're replaceable. Lamar Jackson isn't replaceable.
Right. Exactly.
There's nobody else who can do what he does. Maybe Jalen Hurts, but
He's
not
the
as
reason
good
why
as Lamar.
the stadium's full every Sunday.
But here's what he does puts him at risk.
No, it doesn't.
The style of quarterback that he is. How do you do?
Mace.
How do you not see that?
Have you ever watched him? I watch him run every game, and when he's running, he can protect himself better than when you're standing in the pocket getting creamed. By
He
guys
doesn't
coming
get
around.
hit very often.
He protects
But
himself.
when you run outside the pocket, it increases the likelihood that you're going to be injured.
The difference is, though, Mace, he's faster than anyone
I agree.
chasing him.
I
like
get it.
he's faster
Yeah.
than the other team's linebacker or the other team's
he
free
runs out of
safety.
bounds, or he slides, he gets down. He really gets a hard hit. Really. And I know
Yeah.
you can get hit. You can get hurt at any time. Shucks, Tom Brady, who can't run a lick, got hurt standing in the pocket. So did Carson Palmer.
Dodgers lineup just came out.
Ooh, good.
All right, who's in it?
Who's in left field? I said it was going to be Taylor tonight, probably.
It's Gallo, isn't it?
Gallo?
It's Trace.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way,
it goes Mookie, Trey, Freeman, Will Smith at catcher.
No Austin Barnes
No
is
Austin
shocking.
Barnes, who has been a personal catcher for Kershaw.
tells you it's a playoff game.
Max Muncy, third base. Justin Turner again at DH. Gavin Lux, who made that great play last night at second base. Trace in left, and Cody Bellinger in center.
All right, when we come back, Michael, I want to talk to you about what it's like for you to watch these games, because I was watching last night, and Trace isn't even my son, and I was a wreck. And I can't imagine that it's easy for you, but we'll get in. And Julie went to the game. Michael watched on TV. We'll get into that next.
Plus, we will spin the wheel of questions. Mason, Ireland, getting ready for Game 2 NLDS tonight at Dodger Stadium. No, we won't have it here. We'll have Lakers basketball, Lakers preseason action. But first pitch at Dodger Stadium would be right around 5:40. Mason, Ireland, 7:10
Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100, or play all season long at cover5.com.
710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win $1 million.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
You know what it's time for?
What is this?
It's time for Wheel of Questions. Wheel of Questions is presented by our friends at Puente Hills Toyota. Got a car that's just sitting around not being used? Bring it to Puente Hills Toyota today for an instant cash offer. Puente Hills Toyota, the house of yes. Producer Jorge, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it.
Okay. You are ordered to practice one of the 7 deadly sins daily.
Okay.
Which one would you pick? Pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, or sloth? Jorge, which one?
Oh, amazing. Look at the way he looked at me.
Where they're going.
Man,
Pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, or sloth?
I'll go with greed.
Greed is good. Gordon
Greed.
Gekko. Bergman,
greed.
what are you doing?
This is easy. Come on, Jorge. You know the right answer.
Yeah,
It's lust.
It's lust.
Yeah. Lust is the right answer.
I'm with you,
Yeah,
Greg.
lust is the only answer.
I lust now.
I've already got it. I already have a couple of these down. I mean, envy. I envy everybody else's career and stuff
Right.
like that. And then sloth. I'm the master.
Although,
of
Mychal,
sloth.
is pride a bad thing?
Yeah, too much pride.
Too
Yeah,
much
when
pride,
When you
yeah.
won't give in because you have too much pride, you won't give in even if you're wrong.
Well, I don't think, Mychal, you're not greedy. I don't see you picking lust. Envy, you're not overly.
No.
Gluttony, you're not fat.
No.
Wrath or sloth? What is sloth?
Sloth is,
Sloth
being
is
lazy.
laziness.
It's lazy, laying around.
No, that's not me. Gluttony is me.
Sloth. Laying around sounds pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad gig.
If you had to
Get
pick
it.
one, Mychal, what are you going with?
I've got a PhD in sloth.
Sloth.
Yes.
Sloth is very underrated.
That's
isn't
why I
it?
didn't go to the game last night.
That's
I was slothing.
That's why I'm not going tonight.
All right.
I had a ticket. I'm not going.
You're slothing
I'm
tonight.
slothing tonight.
Mychal, what is that like when Trace dove for that ball and missed it? Do you like throw something at the TV? Are you even keeled? What's it like where you watching these
The
games?
one that he dove for the ball, I was talking to Bergman in there. I didn't mind that one so much because that was
Hard play.
hard one to catch. But the one he missed at the home run, I thought he should have got that.
So did Bergman.
Thank you.
thought he should have gotten the
He
home
should have
run?
got it. And
it's super tough chance.
You've been to a bunch of games at Dodger Stadium. Do outfielders take home runs away at that wall? It's an 8-foot high wall.
It is 8 foot, but Trace is very tall, got 6'3", got long arms, and can jump. And I really thought
He just mistimed his
he
jump.
just mistimed. He got too close to the wall, is what he told me. So I thought he was going to time that and steal that away from Myers. But when he's playing, it is the worst. It's pure torture, Mace. I hate it, but then again, I love it. Because you're so tense. You almost want to relax and just say, well, you just relax and enjoy it.
It's different from the NBA, isn't it?
It's different from the NBA because when Clay's missing shots, you think, oh, he'll make the next
Right,
one.
because there's a flow
And
to it, right?
Clay is more established than Trace.
Exactly.
Right.
But still, when Clay's not making the shots, I still stress out. But any parent listening to me right now who has a son or daughter in youth sports know the tension that I feel watching your kid play. So it doesn't change just because they're now in the NBA or Major League Baseball. If your kid's in Little League or youth soccer, believe me, as a parent, you're out there stressing, hoping they do well.
Drive me crazy.
It does.
I can't. Is Julie better than you, or is she worse?
Well, she says she's better than me, but I'll hear her upstairs because we can't watch the game together.
Wait a minute. You're in the same house, but in different rooms.
And if
Okay.
Trace strikes out here, real loud, where I just hang my head and and let out a sigh.
So if you're at the fridge and you hear you know something, Trace did something.
Because it's weird about baseball, right? Because there's a pitch and then you wait and you're on your edge.
Exactly.
There's a pitch and then you wait and you're on the edge.
And
And it's 0-2 and you're like, oh.
0-2. When they get to 0-2 on Trace, I just
He had a big walk last night.
Yeah, he worked a walk from an 0-2 count, man. I was proud of him.
All right, so I don't know if you heard this or not, Mychal, but have you heard John Ireland's Mad Dog Russo impression?
No.
Okay.
This was yesterday.
Hit it.
With the ESPN broadcast. Can we stop? Can we stop with the analytics? I don't care. I don't care about every line drive that's 100 miles an hour off the bat. Don't care. Enough. Enough with the analytics. Let me watch a ball game. I know when the ball's hit hard. I know it. I don't need to live elbows. People hate the ball. I mean, left, right. I know what it is. I don't need to learn what velocity and reduction is. You think Walter Johnson can? You think he can about spin rate? How about Babe Ruth? Joe DiMaggio? Mickey Mantle? Willie Mays? Enough! Enough with the nonsense! Let me watch it.
Many people on Twitter believe that is better than the old man voice, that it may be the master class in impersonation.
One of these days, when I get my voice back, I'll do a conversation between Mad Dog and the old man.
Guy,
yeah,
which is
That was pretty
fantastic.
good. So you had that angry New York attitude.
Yeah.
Enough!
And they're yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's funny.
Oh yeah, he's funny.
He's always entertaining.
Do you think
John?
Walter Johnson cared about spin rate?
He's got a point. People like Sandy Koufax and Drysdale, they just went up there and struck you out.
Spin rate!
Exactly.
Can you do it during the summer, John, when you're not doing a Lakers season, so you can actually have the
Mad
full
Dog. Summer
Let's
of
not do
Mad
it during
Dog.
the Lakers season for your
Summer
voice.
of Mad John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Mad John.
It's perfect.
I think Mad
Baseball
John is
season
the right
starts
thing.
back
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. By the way, a lot of people were reacting. Michael, I don't know if you heard this or not, but I, on the way home from the game last night, stopped at McDonald's. People are concerned.
He ate 2 Big Macs. What else?
2 Big Macs, a 10-piece chicken McNuggets, and a large fries.
You had 10 pieces
And-
after the Big
And
Macs?
the Diet Coke.
At 11 o'clock at night.
Well, the Diet Coke makes all the difference. Now, what did you eat at the game?
Helmet nachos. I never eat a Dodger dog because those are garbage now. But I eat helmet nachos. You know, one of those helmets with the cheese and the jalapenos all over the place.
Yeah.
That's what I eat at the Dodger
Well, that's
game.
a snack. Yeah,
That's a snack.
So you got home and ate a
So
bigger dinner.
I need to have a larger dinner.
Yeah.
2 Big Macs.
That's not so
chicken
bad.
McNuggets.
But the 2 Big
fries.
Macs I understand, but the chicken after the Big Macs?
The funniest thing is, Michael, I said I'm not really going to eat. In my head, I was like, I'm not really going to eat 2 Big Macs. I'll just have it in case.
Yeah.
And of course, in case did happen.
And did you eat those in bed?
I did.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm only. I really am most
How often you
comfortable
wash your
eating in
sheets?
bed.
Honestly.
I think honestly every 2 days probably.
Oh, really? I only watch mine once a week.
I mean,
once a week.
No, you need to.
Oh,
when
you know
you're
why?
eating in bed.
Well, you
Yeah.
need what? Because of stains, right? That's
Right,
why-
Yeah.
exactly. You've got to wash.
Well, you
the
better have a
sheets
pretty good
often.
stain remover or something.
Now, do you
Exactly.
ever like get in bed and you're eating and you look around and you go, "Dang, I forgot a napkin." You just wipe your fingers on the sheets.
No, I
You've
go.
never
and,
done
I
that.
go and get a napkin.
Oh, okay.
No, you go and get a napkin. I'm not.
He's done that.
No, I'm not. I'm not
You're
a
eating- you're not.
barbarian.
Would that be the lie of the day? If
Yeah.
you had a
No.
place-
Still did lie of the day.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. So yeah, there it is. There's the theme song. By the way, you can watch us on YouTube. Do you realize you're on YouTube right now, Michael? Everybody's watching you
Really?
as we speak. Yeah.
Where's the camera? Where do I look?
There's one. There's one. There's one. They're all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't have to play two. Just do your normal Michael Thompson-y
I had
things.
some chips to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some chips. You'd feel at home in a broadcast. Is tonight the first home game you guys have done?
No. We did one other one.
Yeah, who do we play?
Sacramento in the beginning.
Oh, Sacramento.
Yeah.
Okay. So tonight, John, you think everybody's playing?
I do.
Everybody
I don't know.
except Carl Towns, I think.
No.
No,
He's playing Go Bears out.
Oh, Go Bears out. Okay.
Yeah.
On our side.
On our side. I don't know if Schroeder's playing because he just got here, but I would imagine they'll throw him in there. He just got here on Sunday.
So Schroeder, remember there was that story about 4 years and $84 million?
If I was him, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to come back.
He now says that offer was never made.
Really?
Well, what I was told was it's semantics.
Oh.
He said, I don't want to negotiate during the season.
Right.
And the Lakers said, would you take 4 for 84? And he said, I don't want to negotiate during the season. So did he turn it down?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
so.
And the other thing, you sent this. So he has got a Celtics tattoo and a Lakers tattoo?
Yeah, I wonder if anybody else in the world.
In the world.
Like if Bill Sharman got tattoos, he would be able to get a Celtics and a Laker
Rick
tattoo.
Fox.
Yeah, but Rick Fox was only there for a couple of years.
Yeah, see, I would never. I mean, in the NBA,
Those are completely conflicting
Rondo, Don
ideologies.
NBA is very transitory, right? You wind up one stop, you wind up another. Especially if you're a player like Schroeder. Why would is he going to get a tattoo for every team he plays for?
Well, no, then he has to get an Oklahoma City
Oklahoma
tattoo.
City tattoo.
Yeah.
OKC.
What's worse, that having a Celtic Laker tattoo on your body, or Magic Johnson putting on a Larry Bird jersey at his retirement ceremony?
I thought that was a show of respect.
Yeah, I thought that was
Yeah.
respectful also.
Jeez, I'm surprised Magic didn't break out in a rash.
Respectful. All right, coming up next for you, Stephen A. says there's a likelihood that a particular NBA superstar may be coming.
Oh, by the way, you owe me $1. You and Trudell.
Why did the Suns sell for $4 billion?
No. Besides that, we also bet that Draymond was going to get suspended. Remember?
All right. We'll get into that.
Yeah,
next.
we'll do that
Yeah,
all coming up
you're
next.
right.
Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win $1 million.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with me and Cappy on Sedano and Cap each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Just download the Cover 5 app, use the code SK22 to join our show league, and start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app, use the code SK22 to join the Sedano and Cap Show League. So pick 5 games against the spread to win $100. It's really that simple. Or play all season long at cover5.com.
Weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Sliwa and Sedano and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
Hey, join 710 ESPN today. Tiza and White Claw, Clearman's Galley. Our Dodger watch party will be there from 5 to 8 p.m., giving away prizes, tickets, and more. Clearman's Galley, located 7215 Rosemead Boulevard in San Gabriel. Have I ever been there?
Yes.
Okay. Special thank you to Tiza. Get more focus and energy in your daily life with Tiza nutrient pouches. Visit TizaEnergy.com and make your mouth happy.
All right, so Draymond Green has been in the news lately.
Oh, yeah.
And he's now taken a leave from the Warriors. Of course, Mychal knows this situation well because Clay's up there. And Clay, Draymond, Steph, and Andre Iguodala are only the second quartet in the last 50 years to win 4 titles.
Wow.
The other one, Kareem, Magic, Cooper, Rambis, were the last ones to do it. But Stephen A.
What about the Spurs?
They had 3.
That's right.
They had Parker, Ginobili, Duncan.
Correct.
Stephen A. Smith said something that, if you're a Laker fan, makes you open your eyes. Here's what he said.
I can tell you right now that Draymond Green is expecting this to be his last year in Golden State. Now, he want to be a Laker. He ain't going to tell anybody that, but don't think I don't know. He'd prefer to be a Laker if he got to leave Golden State.
So let's start there. First of all, let's you're got an insider's view, or closer to it certainly than we are, of the Draymond Green punch of Jordan Poole. Did that warrant penalty, suspension, anything like that?
No. Our guys have punched each other, and anybody who's played in this league know that fights have happened in practice before without meriting a suspension. Now, if he would have broke his jaw, like what happened with Mirotic and
Bobby Portis.
I think last year, a couple years ago.
8 games.
Yeah. Now, if he would have injured Poole, I would have said, yeah, you got to suspend him. Broken jaw, something like that, caused Poole to miss games. Yeah, definitely suspend him. But since it wasn't an injury to Poole except an injury to his pride, no, just a fine would be sufficient.
Here's what I don't understand. We'll get to the Laker part of this in a minute, but why wouldn't light years Lacob do whatever he could? Because money's not an object.
Right. They print money up there.
Why doesn't Draymond Green at least deserve, because he's still an unbelievably productive player and heart and soul of the team, some sort of legacy contract? Like, why wouldn't you honor what he has contributed to your organization towards 4 championships with a contract at this point?
Well, because of who's coming up and needs to get paid.
So what?
Wait a minute.
They can afford to pay everybody.
Hold on, though.
They own that arena. Everything they make in that arena, they own.
Right. I'm not disputing that. I think that they probably have a better financial situation than any team in the league.
Any team in the league.
But the problem is, you got to pay Poole.
So
you've got to pay Clay.
So
you got to pay Steph.
And
you got to pay Draymond.
Big deal.
So what do you do with all the young guys that are coming up? What do you do with Moses Moody? What do you do with Wiseman? What do you do with the next wave? What do you do with Kuminga?
Everybody ain't going to make $30 million a year, Ireland. I mean, they're going to be good players, but not everybody's going to be worth $30 million a year. They'll get their money too, but you got to remember too, what's going to happen with the TV contracts in a couple of years? What's going on with all the streaming services now? They're making all this extra
gambling
income.
money coming.
Gambling
money.
Are you kidding me? The NBA Fort Knox calls the NBA full
Plus,
loan.
does Joe Lacob actually own Chase Center?
Yes, him and Peter Gruber.
Well, I mean, come on. He owns Chase.
Exactly.
He built his own arena.
Concerts.
He can certainly pay Draymond Green.
That thing is booked year-round making money.
Yeah.
They can afford to. This is a special team. Do not be like the Chicago Bulls, Golden State. I know you're listening to me. Don't be like the Bulls and break them up too soon. This team has a chance to win 2 or 3 more rings. You keep this team together. Plus, like you said, with the young boys coming up behind Draymond, Clay, and Steph, they can age gracefully because you have so much help behind them.
I'll tell you one thing. After doing the game the other night, Mychal missed it because he was attending a funeral. But the one thing I noticed about the Warriors is, man, they've got a whole second wave of people that are just
like Weissman, and
they're all coming.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Poole is the best.
Poole
is the best
is great.
Poole. I mean, Mychal, what do you think? I think Poole is pretty close to Steph and Clay. Maybe if he's not there yet, he'll be there in 2 years.
Yeah, he's special, man.
I mean, he was just shaking people, and nobody could check him.
Moses Moody can shoot almost as good as Clay and Devin Booker. That's another young boy is playing. Kuminga is.
And by the way, Moses Moody is 20. Yeah. Kuminga is 20.
Well, their scouting
Wiseman
operation
is
must
20.
Their scouting operation must be unbelievable.
Yeah, they know how to find talent. They hired Jerry West up there one time. Remember, Jerry taught him well while he was there.
Yeah.
Bob Myers has done a great job.
I actually think I was pleasantly surprised that the Lakers beat them because they played a lot of their players. They played Steph and they played, Poole, and those guys played great. They didn't have Clay, didn't have Draymond. But I think the Warriors can win it again.
Yeah, if they stay healthy, they might pick to win it again. If they stay healthy. Of course, you can say that about everybody.
Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah,
everybody. I think, the Warriors are certainly right in the mix of things. The general managers tend to think Milwaukee is going to win it all.
That's fine. Milwaukee will be a threat in the East.
They're going to be really good.
Yeah,
Giannis might be the best player in the league.
Yeah.
But if Anthony Davis stays healthy, guys, I mean, I know that's a huge if, and I know people are tired of hearing it. But he's only played 2 preseason games, and he's been dominant.
Yeah, he needs to get this
in these 2 games.
He needs to get. I need to talk to him, of course.
28 points in 16
Mychal, what are you
going
to say to Anthony Davis?
When you get over this hang-up or this phobia about playing center, who do you have to guard anymore? Plus, when you did play center in Philadelphia, you killed Embiid.
Right.
And you destroy Jokic. He can't score on you, the 2 best centers in the game. So it ain't like you guarding Hakeem one night, Patrick Ewing the next night, David Robinson. Oh, look, here comes Artis Gilmore. The center position is the weakest position in basketball
AD
now.
is our only hope against guys like Jokic and
Embiid
and those guys.
Here's why Michael's right. Look at our team if AD plays the 5 versus if he doesn't.
Correct.
If AD plays the 5, you have AD, LeBron, Westbrook. You can either – Kendrick Nunn's been great. So you could start Kendrick Nunn in the backcourt or Patrick Beverly or Austin Reeves, who Mychal is very high on because he plays both sides of the court and he's athletic. I think those are – I'd rather see Reeves, Beverly, Nunn on the court than one of the big centers.
Yeah.
And it gives you just so much more positionality if AD plays the 5.
Plus, I mean, if you go back, if you want to go into the numbers and into all that analytic stuff, the most successful Lakers lineups all include AD.
Right.
If you look at the combinations of play, all the best lineups include AD at the 5. So for me, I mean, I don't know, is that phobia still exist? Is he still that way about playing the 5?
Every time I've talked to him about it, he said he doesn't care. He'll play the 4, he'll play the 5. I know originally one of the reasons, Mychal, he was not very gung-ho to be a permanent 5 is he thought the wear and tear in his body would be more. But I think you make a good point. There's only 3 really big. There's Jokic, there's Embiid, and there's Gobert.
Gobert, he's not a threat on offense.
Right, but you got to go in there and box him out and battle with him for 48 minutes.
Shaq, big deal.
Right, but let's say there's 4 dominant centers in the league, and AD would be the 5th.
Yeah,
that means there's 25
guys
that you can
he basically
do what you want.
We used to call it you got the night off, meaning you don't have to guard anybody tonight because that guy's a stiff. Basically that's how we used to tease each other. So you got the night off tonight. You don't have to guard Kareem or you don't have to guard Artis Gilmore. You got the night off.
I think what AD liked was when JaVale McGee played center and he played the 4 and they won the title. That was a perfect scenario for him. So he's looking for another JaVale McGee. But if you don't have him, why not play the 5? And then you can get Austin Reeves on the court.
He'll be the 3rd, possibly the 2nd best center in the game at 5. He starts at 5. Why not play him at 5? This makes no sense.
All right, so last night, Game 1, NLDS, Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers do win. What was fascinating about the game, and maybe there's some concern in this, the Dodgers lit up Mike Clevenger.
Right.
And then after 2 2/3 innings, they did not have another hit.
What was up with that?
No hits after the 3rd inning, right?
Yep, after the 3rd inning.
Weird.
It is weird. Trey Turner was just smacking the baseball, though. Just ripping the ball.
Him and Will Smith. He had 2
Will
doubles,
Smith,
right?
Another one. I thought one of those Will Smith balls was going to leave the yard.
What's your guys' theory on why Trey Turner doesn't have a contract?
Because he's waiting.
It's him. He wants to go to market.
I think it's because he doesn't. Is he a Boris client?
No, he is not a Boris client, but he said before the season.
I think.
Yeah, he has CAA, but what he has said is that he does not negotiate during the season.
Which I don't understand.
And because of the lockout before the season, they weren't able to have conversations. So nothing can happen until after the season. There's no reason why he wouldn't sign here unless he wants to go back east.
Unless he doesn't want to be here.
Right. Well, I mean, why would you not want to be here?
I assume the fact. Look, Atlanta the other day signed that Strider kid, the pitcher.
Yeah. Great deal.
Right in the middle of the playoffs.
6 for 75.
He does not negotiate during the season.
Well, he doesn't have to. That's what an agent.
You mean the Dodgers said
he has to agree?
The Dodgers came to Turner and says, "Hey, it's $350 for 10." During the season, he wouldn't take it.
He's not negotiating during the season.
What?
He's focusing on the season. That's what he said.
I suspect he's not going to be here next year. I suspect we're watching
I hope not.
He's an unbelievable player. You know who Dodger fans hate more than anybody?
Machado.
Why? Oh,
just because he left here?
No, not just because he left.
He doesn't hustle.
Because when he was here, he's like, hustling's not my cup of tea.
If you should be glad he's gone, then, right? You should be glad he's gone.
Did you guys have any problem with Machado on that double play trying to take out the second baseman?
Absolutely.
I didn't.
did.
That's what I would do.
No, it's you're breaking the rules.
Yeah,
it is a rules violation. He slid very, very wide away from the base. That's the Utley rule.
So what happened, Mychal, was they hit a hot shot to Gavin Lux.
I saw that. Game was on the line.
Yeah, he threw it to Trey Turner, and Machado probably went, what'd you say, 5 feet out of the baseline to try and take Turner out.
He could reach second base.
Right.
But reach it.
But he was off the baseline.
He was off the baseline.
Yeah,
now,
he was trying to take Turner out.
If they changed the rule, you can't do it.
Yeah, if he gets Trey Turner.
Yeah.
He's out.
He tried to hook him.
Right, but if he gets him, he's out. That's the Utley rule.
Yeah.
He tried to slide wide.
But I would try and, I'm just trying to keep my team out of a double play. I think I would try it.
Yeah.
If they call me out, they call me out. I'm going to be out anyway.
But this is exactly why they invented the Chase Utley rule, exactly for things like this.
But but that's a good point.
It's a dirty play.
He's out at second, but if he interferes with Turner, the guy at first should be out too.
Well, he was going to be out anyway. That was a hot smash.
You never know. But if he interfered with Turner, then Turner's throw might have been errant.
Right. They just ran that 30 for 30 about the Dodgers-Yankees rivalry.
Right.
And there was a play in the 78 World Series where Reggie Jackson knew he was dead to right, and he just moved his hip, and the ball hit his hip. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I thought what Machado did last night was similar to that.
Yeah.
Like, well, if they call me out, they'll call me out, but I at least can mess this up.
Can we all agree that Dave Roberts was perfect in his orchestration of the bullpen last night?
Yeah, I'm surprised that you are okay because you've always said, no, everybody has a role. You're like
lefty. I want lefty, and he had a string of lefties.
So would you have
up.
had a problem where, like, Gratterall came in and got Machado out on one pitch?
Correct.
If they would have brought Gratterall back to pitch the beginning of the 9th. Would you be okay with that? He got Machado
I
out
think,
at the end
but
of
I
the
think he
8th.
had Martin circled as the guy that was going to pitch last.
Right, but what I'm saying is Machado or
Gratterall got Machado out on one
pitch, and
right.
that was it.
But that was his job. His job was to get Machado.
Michael, my argument, you make it in basketball a lot, is if a guy's hot, if a reliever's hot, and he's only thrown, like Bergman and I were texting last night during the game. Greg, who was it that had only thrown 19 pitches?
Alex Vesia.
And Vesia was getting everybody out. I'd leave him in. I mean, I don't.
So, did you have a problem with them pulling Vesia for Gratterall?
I know what they were doing. They were trying to get a righty-righty matchup, which I was okay with. But had they left Vesia in, Vesia had gotten 5 straight outs, right? Nobody had reached base against Vesia.
But
I gave up one hit. You gave up a hit.
Yeah, he did give up a hit. But he put him in there because they were facing Cronenworth and Grisham and Jurickson Profar. Is that it? Jurickson?
Jurickson,
yeah.
Jurickson Profar, who's
the Jays there.
Who bats offhanded or is better from that side.
My argument is and Michael makes this argument in basketball a lot. Coaches marry themselves to rotations. I think baseball managers marry themselves to roles. Like he's our 8th inning guy. He's our 9th inning guy.
That's not the case this year.
I don't ever think it should be the case. I think if you've got a pitcher who
you don't think there should be I'm sure if Dave Roberts in his heart of hearts was asked, he would say, I wish I had somebody to come out in the 9th inning.
Right. But what I would say, like tonight, if he brings Vesia, probably not, he might bring like Trinan in or somebody else. Vesia only threw 19 pitches, so he probably could pitch tonight. If he brings Vesia in the 8th, and Vesia goes 1, 2, 3, gets everybody out, I have zero issue with bringing him in to start the 9th.
But you understand, guys are different.
Right, but I'm just saying, I know you and I are different on this, but I would bring Vesia in, you would bring the closer in.
I'm saying pitchers are different. Like some guys are good coming out for another inning. A guy like Blake Trinan.
Well, Vesia did it last night.
Right.
Yeah.
Blake Trinan is not that guy. They're not going to do that with Blake Trinan. If he retires the side on 3 pitches, I don't think he's coming back. I think they've got him set up for 1 inning. And what happens with the pitcher is you crank down, and not everybody is able to crank back up. Kenley Jansen was able to do it. He was able to get 5-out saves on a pretty regular basis. So it has been done. But I do understand what Dave Roberts was doing last night.
Right. I love the way he did that. But I marvel in basketball the way this manifests itself is a coach will say, well, I got to stick to rotations. That way everybody knows when they're going in and they can prepare to go in the game. Well, if the guy you're going in for just hit 5 straight jumpers, don't take him out.
Right.
You know, it doesn't make any sense, but the coach would say, well, that's his time. He knows he's going to be out there, and I'm taking him out. You taught me something, Michael, years ago. You don't get tired when you're hot.
That's right.
You just don't.
Nope.
Right.
And if you've got it going, if you're dealing on the mound like Urias was in the World Series 2 years ago, they let him pitch 4 innings. Like if they bring
sure, he's a starter. He's built to pitch 4 innings.
So if they bring Dustin May in to pitch the 7th,
he's a starter. He's built to pitch multiple innings.
All right, but if they bring him in to pitch the 7th, and you've got, let's say you're setting up, I'm trying to think, you're setting up Trinan to pitch the 8th and Martin to pitch the 9th.
Right.
If you bring Dustin May in the 7th,
yeah,
and he gets 3 guys out.
Correct.
I'd bring him out in the 8th.
No, he's a starter. He can pitch as many innings.
Right, but would you go?
You can stretch him
would
for
you go
4
to,
if you want to.
Would you go to Trinan in that role? Trinan, you're setting up Trinan to pitch the 8th.
Yes.
But Dustin May goes 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. You've warmed up Trinan.
He's a starting
now.
pitcher. I can absolutely stick with Dustin May.
And then you just tell Trinan to sit down.
Right, because that's those guys' jobs. Those guys, their job is actually, in the case of Urias, who pitched out of the bullpen in the 2020 World Series in game number 6, which was the clincher, he was on the mound for multiple innings.
Right.
Starters are able to go multiple innings. Some relievers are not able to go multiple innings. Well, obviously, Vesia is a guy they've done that with.
I think a lot of it depends on how many pitches they've thrown, too, right?
Yeah, it does. And also lefty-righty, they're looking for those splits. My question, though, is if Machado had taken Gratterall yard, or even, let's say, he doubled.
Yeah, you only saw 1 pitch.
Right.
Yeah.
He doubles.
Okay.
Did Dave Roberts do something wrong?
No, but I might take Gratterall out.
Right.
You can't take him out.
Three-batter rule?
Three-batter rule, yeah. So he's
So
there.
the only reason he was allowed to come out was because it was the end of an inning?
Correct. End of an inning, you're allowed to come out. But it's like you do all this stuff, and if it doesn't work, you're a dum-dum, and if it does work, you're a genius.
Yeah, I like the way they used the bullpen.
I thought it was fantastic. Game 2 tonight. It's Darvish versus Clayton Kershaw. Excited for that one. And Dodgers got a chance to put him away. I mean, you essentially put him away if you beat him tonight. Dodgers are going to win one of the next 3.
Yeah.
Especially if they get the lead in San Diego early.
Exactly.
If they win tonight.
Exactly. All right.
Are you thinking about going down there?
Friday night? No, we're in Sacramento.
We're in Sacramento,
Friday.
but Saturday, Sunday would be games 4 and 5.
Saturday, we got big boxing matches on. Deontay Wilder's fighting, so I think I'll be watching that. What? It's a big fight. And plus, Clarissa Shields is fighting Sarah Marshall. That's another big fight.
Oh, forgetting Sarah Marshall.
That's right.
Yeah,
exactly.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Caleb Plant versus Andrew
Somebody
Durrell.
is
3
married.
big fights.
Oh, it's Matt Ryan, not the one who plays for the Lakers. Matt Ryan, the football quarterback.
Yes.
His wife's maiden name is Sarah Marshall.
Oh, is it? That's
Yeah.
funny. That's funny. All right.
Yeah.
Coming up next for you, Mookie Betts has got a brand new documentary about Jackie Robinson that's going to be on FS1 tomorrow night.
When
Looks
baseball
great.
really started.
And we will give you a little taste of what that documentary is like coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ES.
Football fans want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100, or play all season long at cover5.com.
Jackie Robinson hit that ball. It went zooming across the left field wall. Yeah, boy.
Yes, Jackie.
Mason, Ireland, 7:10 ESPN, day after the Dodgers take a commanding 1-0 lead in the NLDS. Is it fair to call it a commanding lead?
No.
I think it's commanding.
Well, what happens if the Padres win tonight? They win tonight.
I don't even entertain that premise.
They win tonight. The Dodgers have a commanding lead in the series. Turn your mic on.
Yes, Michael.
Mason, after 2016, I'll never overlook anything anymore.
2016, the Warriors were up 3 games to 1.
Oh, yeah, that's
Game
right.
7. Whoa, why the Warriors lose this Game 7 at home? You're
Yep.
right.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
So I don't take nothing for granted anymore.
And baseball's weird that
Yeah, it
way.
is.
The
It
chances
is.
are still not zero that the Padres will win.
You know, I was thinking about something. You just played that Jackie Robinson thing.
Yes.
Jackie Robinson was good enough to be a professional football player or a professional baseball player. He just chose baseball.
Didn't he run track too?
Yeah, and he was super fast. I mean, he was basically Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders before those guys. Now, if somebody comes along today that is Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders, so much money, Mychal, is being paid to these guys.
Mm-hmm.
You think before you and I leave the planet, we'll see another two-sport professional athlete?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. You'll see some guy come along maybe in the next couple of years who can play both baseball and football at the highest level.
Deion used to play. One time he played for the Falcons on a Sunday
afternoon
and then went to the Braves game that night. And
Didn't play in the game, but he went to the game.
Yeah.
Although we live in an era of specialization.
Yeah.
And, a guy like Kyler Murray would have been one to play baseball and football.
Yep.
But
wait a minute. Could you do it if you're a quarterback?
That's tough. That is really tough.
If you're a quarterback.
Why not? Quarterbacks just throw during the offseason, right?
But didn't Deion miss some football games
Yeah, he missed
to
some
play
games.
in the World Series?
He missed some games.
No, he didn't miss football games. He would put the games to be in the afternoon for football, and the series games would be at night, so he can get there on a private plane.
Yeah, but could you do that if you were a quarterback?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, it'd be hard.
1 o'clock,
it'd be tough.
1 o'clock game on a Sunday.
Well, if you're paying your quarterback $50 million a year,
you're not going to get hurt in baseball. Come on.
Yeah, but your focus is not on
But
football
where's your focus?
anymore.
In other words, if I'm paying you $50 million a year, where is your attention?
Oh, you see, that's just it. If you're that great of an athlete, you can handle it mentally.
All right, so Mookie Betts is now moving into production and has his own special that is going to air tomorrow night on FS1. It is called Jackie Robinson Get to the Bag, and here's a little taste of that.
Our cameras visit Ebbets Field, Brooklyn. Jackie connects for a home run.
We all know the story of how Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in baseball.
Jackie wallops a home run into the lower left field.
And what he was able to accomplish on the field.
Robinson led the Dodgers to a pennant in his rookie year.
He was the National League's most valuable player.
This is the story of Jackie Robinson that you don't know. Take it upon myself to speak on my unspokens. For every barrier set and the ones broken. Ebbsfield uniform, made it where my home is. Where the unthinkable went from the unnoticed to every eye in this country channeling one focus. Sight set on me, but let me breathe deep enough to put my anchor in a bottle. Smile at your disgust just to repeat it tomorrow. And Ricky told me, Jackie, you just turn the other cheek. God gave you two for a reason. As much as I believed them, the red that they turned from these heathens would make a lesser man want to beat them. But proudly I walked on this field that they told me I was too dark for. The history of my cleats brought me an encore. And you can't erase history ever. The hate that came with the winds was all sticking together. Still in all, none of that was new to me though. So it could never define me. Truthfully told, the all-star, the MVP, the world champ, I became who they said me and my nappy curls can't. But bet you they didn't see the vision beyond the pennant race. The opportunities I would literally give away. The agendas I always had in the tank. From chock full of nuts to Freedom National Bank. Led some of mine to call me an Uncle Tom capitalist. Pardon me for giving you my advantages. Humbly speaking, I cornered the admiring. Made them pay me just to look at my retirement. 50K then, 500K now for every intended K that I hit into the crowd. A life that became sweet as an afternoon of jazz. Scars on my knuckles from them ceilings made of glass. Rep 42 forever, right?
And that is the Brooklyn rapper named Sky Zoo who did that. And the special is going to air tomorrow night, so the off night on FS1. Last night's game was on Fox
What's it going to be about? on FS1.
Oh, on FS1.
What's the special about?
Is it just like
he believes that he has got a completely different story about Jackie Robinson, that he has found stuff and his people have researched stuff, and it'll be first ever that we will hear some of the stuff that is in this special about Jackie Robinson.
I'm in if it's about Jackie Robinson. I'm fascinated by that whole story. I went to a play once called An Evening with Mr. Ricky, and it was a guy basically playing Branch Rickey and fighting against the tide because no one wanted Branch Rickey to put a black guy on the field. They just didn't. And he just said, sooner or later it's going to happen, and I want to be the one to do it. And he married himself to it, but boy, did he get a lot of crap for it.
Yeah.
And then it was the dynamic between him and the deal he made with Jackie Robinson was, look, I'm going to put you on the field, and I'm going to take the heat for it, but you can't fight back. You're going to get called every name in the book. You can't fight back. I don't care if they throw at your head, get up, get back in the box. You can't fight back, which is an extraordinary thing to ask somebody to do.
Sure.
I don't know how Jackie Robinson actually pulled it off.
And Rachel, who we've met.
Yeah.
I mean, she was right in the middle of all of it. One of the classiest, most elegant women that we've ever had the pleasure of dealing with.
Michael, you never get to meet Jackie Robinson, right? I know you've met Muhammad Ali, you've met
Owens.
Joe Lewis, Jesse Owens. You never got to meet Jackie, huh?
Never got to meet Jesse. I always wanted to meet. I'm old enough. I wish I could have met Jackie Robinson and Martin Luther King, but I never got a chance to. That's why I always say baseball the record should be expunged from pre-1947 because that's not a legitimate league. Any league that discriminated and was segregated, it's not whether it's the NBA, NFL, none of that's legitimate.
I mean, you have to look at it in the context.
Like
of
what?
time.
Oh, let's make an excuse for it.
No, I'm not making it. It was
time schmine.
No, but I mean, there were many Jim Crow laws.
Oh, I know that.
In effect.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. I understand that.
I mean, it was
it
was a terrible time.
No Asians, Latinos, blacks. It's not a legitimate league.
All right, there you have it, Michael Thompson.
What? Am I wrong?
The final word. No, that's
all right.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. Hey, join 710 ESPN Teza and White Claw today at Clearman's Galley for our Dodgers watch party. We'll be there from 5 to 8 p.m. giving away prizes, tickets, and more. Clearman's Galley located 7215 Rosemead Boulevard in San Gabriel. And special thank you to White Claw. White Claw delivers a wave of pure refreshment in a variety of flavors. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer works. Chicago, Illinois.
A couple of things. Bergman, what's the status of the Phillies-Braves game? Is it still delayed, or did they cancel it?
It is still delayed. They are not going to even talk about it again until about 4:30, 4:45 Pacific time
No one
tonight.
is talking about this game until 4:30.
Well, what that means it's going to run. It's going to run concurrently with the Dodger game.
Oh,
yeah, no, it's getting pushed back.
I know what I'll be watching.
And it may not even run today. So
yeah, because it's in Atlanta, right?
It's in Atlanta. It's raining very hard. It's not supposed to stop raining until about 5 o'clock Pacific time.
Yeah, so I could go late.
Yeah.
And then we really, because it's not what we do, we really haven't covered this story. But Nuri Martinez, who was the head of the L.A. City Council, who was embroiled in that horrible audio tape, just quit, just resigned.
Good.
And
Good
everybody, including President Biden, was calling on all three.
Are they all gone yet?
I don't know, but she was the one that resigned her presidency of the city council, but didn't resign her seat. She just resigned her seat.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 minutes ago.
Racist stuff they were involved
Yeah.
in. All right, hey, coming up next for you, let's do. Michael, are you a foodie?
Oh yeah. I love food.
Yeah,
foodie?
Nobody loves food more than
Okay,
him.
That's right.
I've got a list of the biggest foodie cities in America that I
we
want
would
to bounce
know.
off you, Michael. Yeah, yeah, you guys have been all these places.
That's right.
All right,
Especially to Ireland.
If you're injured in any kind of accident, you got to immediately see a doctor and get back to the road.
Football fans, want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread? Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with me and Cappy on Sedano and Cap each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Just download the Cover 5 app, use the code SK22 to join our show league, and start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app, use the code SK22 to join the Sedano and Cap Show League. So pick 5 games against the spread to win $100. It's really that simple. Or play all season long at cover5.com.
Hey, Rams fans, Travis Rogers here. You have got to get the new ESPNLA app. In fact, let's go down to the locker room and get a little help.
What's up, Rams fans? This is Matthew Stafford. React to the Rams on the new ESPNLA app.
This is Cooper Kupp of the Los Angeles Rams. Listen to all your Rams talk on the ESPNLA app.
You are just one tap away from Rams All Access. Travis and Slee, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. Download it now on the App Store or Google Play.
Ready for Game 2 NLDS, and we got Lakers basketball coming up for you a little bit later on here on 710 ESPN. John Ireland, Mychal Thompson on the call, and Michael's hanging out with us today. So, John, do you consider yourself to be a foodie?
Yeah.
Like you like all the foodie things?
Yeah. I could tell you, Michael could too. I could tell you 3 to 5 restaurants in every city we go to.
Okay.
Yeah. Turn your mic on.
The only thing I'm not going to try are crickets. I don't get that part.
I've had crickets.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're
very crunchy. They're like potato chips.
Then would you eat a cockroach?
I don't think
Is it
I would.
fried?
I don't think I would.
What's the difference?
There's a difference between a cricket and a cockroach.
They're both insects.
Cockroaches are really
into poop.
Well, they're just not. They're filthy, right? When you see a cockroach, you're like. But I mean, no. Deep fried crickets are fine.
What do they
Grasshoppers.
taste
Grasshoppers.
Deep fried grasshoppers are pretty good too.
Deep fried grasshoppers.
What do they taste like?
Not chicken.
Yeah, chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've got a list of the
Funny.
top 5 foodie cities in America.
All right.
I will tell you in
Let's see what we
advance
do.
that Los Angeles is number 15 on this.
15?
Which seems
Wow.
Surprises
very
me because you can go to a different
low.
restaurant in L.A. every night if you want.
Foodie town.
Why they don't have Caribbean food over here? Maybe that's why.
Maybe.
No Jamaican, no Bahamian, no Cuban.
Okay, what do you think is the number 1 foodie city in America?
New
And
York.
it's-
San Francisco.
Miami.
Okay.
Gotta
hang
be
on.
Miami.
You're just blurting out
Texas.
names, so hang on. Texas.
Dallas.
It's a state, but
All right, so there's 4 guesses. Did anyone get it?
You got some of them. San Francisco's number 4.
Okay.
New York is number 18.
Wow, that surprises me.
It is surprising.
What else was said? Dallas.
Miami from
And Michael said
Miami number 3.
Oh, yeah. Miami's got it all.
Now, what's
baby.
interesting is the number 1 foodie city is very surprising, but it is an NBA city.
Is it New Orleans?
No, New Orleans is not on the list, which is weird because New Orleans is the best
known
food
for food. Yeah,
best food in America.
NBA city is number 1, huh? Is it a West Coast city?
Yes.
Oh, it's a West Coast city. We already said San Francisco.
Portland. Is it Portland?
No, can't be.
Not Portland.
I mean, come on.
Wow,
New York,
really?
18?
Portland, they've got listed as
Michael
the
used to
number
live
1
in Portland.
foodie city in America.
Why people up there like tree bark and stuff?
I think there's a difference. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference though between.
You lived there for a while.
I love the food up there.
How many years were you there?
Good 20.
Yeah.
So it's like, was it all like organic stuff? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it's organic stuff, and they use a lot of amuse-bouches and demi-glazes, and they make everything into a hash and all the stuff I learned on Top Chef.
I never would have thought of Portland, even though the food is good.
Number 2 is one of my least favorite American cities.
Houston.
No, Houston didn't make the list at all.
Cleveland.
It's Orlando.
Oh,
Orlando is number 2. Do you have restaurants in Orlando?
Well, we just go to the chains. Like, there's a Morton's. We've been to
TGIF.
No, but true story. So
Chili's.
remember Mike.
I love Chili's. Don't knock Chili's.
Remember
it's delicious.
Mike Thompson, our old boss, he used to work here.
I do.
So Michael and I are in China.
Yep.
With the Lakers, and Mike Thompson, who's married to a Chinese woman, says, I'm going to take you guys out to get some Peking duck.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, great. He goes, it's a Chinese delicacy. You want to try it? And Michael goes, I can't go. I already have dinner plans with my brother. I said, all right, I'll go. I'll go and try the Peking duck.
Got it.
So I go and I try it, and it's good.
Yeah.
I have a good time. I come back. And so keep in mind, we're in Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Possibilities are endless.
Oh, you're in Beijing.
Was it in Beijing when this happened?
Yeah.
All right, so we're in Beijing, and I come back, and I said, did you go to dinner? He goes, yep. I go, where are you going? Because I don't want to tell you. I went, why? He goes, kind of embarrassed. He goes, why? He goes, my brother picked TGI Fridays.
No, really? You went to TGIF in
Beijing. Here we are staying in a 7-star hotel. I said, let's just go to the lobby.
Nicest hotel we've ever stayed in.
Let's just go to the hotel.
Let's
Eat
just
here.
get the chicken fingers.
I think it was chicken. I don't think it was so stringy. That might have been. That might have been. That might have been.
Could have been anything.
That could have been Rocco.
No. Yeah. So I'm not a big food. I like to eat, but I tend to eat like just regular. I'm not like fancy.
Just standard stuff.
Standard stuff.
American grill stuff.
American, exactly.
So I
I like eating American.
Stop me if I've told this story already. We had a
Stop.
Yeah,
Just
good
kidding.
point. Good point. We had a night off Saturday night in San Francisco.
Yes.
That was a trip Michael didn't go on. And my college roommate lives in San Francisco. So we wanted to go someplace where we could keep one eye on the USC game.
Right.
Because they were playing Washington State and it was close. And we wanted to get a dinner. So he goes, there's this new steakhouse right next to the Chase Center. And it's getting rave reviews. Let's try it. And we walk in and they hand me the menu. 8-ounce filet.
Let me guess. $70.
$128.
No 8 ounces?
8-ounce filet.
Woo! Was it Wagyu?
Pork chop.
Yeah.
$100.
Get out of here.
What?
I would walk out of that restaurant.
We did.
Oh, you did? Good
we
for
had
you.
one drink and
Good
we
for
left.
you.
And we went to one of those seafood places on the wharf.
You can get
and
a
it was
fantastic
great.
steak.
Completely agree
But
with
maybe
you.
it was worth
$40.
it. You should at least tasted it.
For
Sizzler.
$128?
Sizzler. What about Outback? Bloomin' Onion,
You
man.
guys could have ordered an 8-ounce and shared it. Have 4 ounces each.
So we have a friend that works for the Warriors, Raymond Ritter, the best PR guy in the history of sports.
Yep.
And I said, Raymond, what is the deal with this place downstairs? He goes, that place. He said, they heard that a place, I wish I remember the name of it. He goes, there was a place across town that was charging more for a steak than these guys were. And when they heard about it, they just raised their prices.
Is that right?
So they could say they have the most expensive
Was
steak
it
in town.
at Chase Center?
Right below it.
So that means Lake Up owns that. He's charging $172 for a steak. He could afford Draymond.
Yeah.
See
Exactly.
what I mean, Mace?
Hey, we never really did comment on the Draymond to the Lakers thing.
Oh, yeah, Draymond to the Lakers. Lakers are going to have...
Michael, I don't think the Warriors are going to let him go. Do
They
you?
better not. Why would they do that? I mean, he's the heart and soul. I know Steph's the face of the franchise, but Draymond's the heart and soul of that franchise. They better not let him go.
I'm sure any team would love to have him, but in order for the Lakers or any team to get Draymond, the Warriors would have to let him go.
Yeah.
Well, the Lakers are going to have $47 million to play with next year.
Yeah.
More than that, right? Because only 2 guys under contract, really, right? Big contracts. That's LeBron and AD.
Is that right?
After this year,
After this year, yeah.
There may be a couple of like Austin Reeves or somebody.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
Yeah.
Million here, million there. No big deal.
There may be a couple of player
I think
options.
the Lakers might have like a whole lot of money to spend.
I think the Lakers are going to make a trade in season. I don't know who's going to be involved in it. I don't know who's going to be involved in it, but the only
Russell
way
Westbrook?
Well, the only way they wouldn't make a trade in season, because Rob normally makes at least one trade during the year, is if they get out of the gate really, really well and they feel like they've got lightning in a bottle.
By the way,
we'll know after 2 games because they open against the Warriors and the home openers against the Clippers.
You know why light years Joe Lakup's light years ahead of every owner?
He has
Did you
more
see
money.
Did you see what Phoenix turned down in the Kevin Durant trade? Why they turned it down?
I didn't even hear about it.
According to Hoops Hype, and it's probably true, Phoenix didn't make the deal for Kevin Durant because they didn't want to give up Cam Johnson.
Really?
Are you
They could have had
bleeping
Kevin Durant?
if they would have thrown in Cam Johnson in the deal? Are you kidding me?
Oh, my gosh.
That cannot be true. If that's what's his name, James Jones turned down.
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
If you put Kevin Durant on that team,
So you would have had Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin
Durant,
Durant,
and DeAndre Ayton.
Ayton all in the same team. They'd be an overwhelming favorite.
overwhelming
to win.
favorite.
I know Cam Johnson's a decent shooter, but he ain't Jason Tatum.
Right.
What?
That's crazy.
That's like
I was like, boy, I'm glad
when Kobe demanded a trade one of the teams they were talking to was the Bulls.
Yep.
And the Bulls refused to give up Luol Deng.
Luol Deng.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, for Kobe?
We had so much trouble getting rid of Luol Deng. took years to watch that contract stretched out.
People get married to their guys.
So the Suns are getting what they deserve. They turned down Kevin Durant because they don't want to give up Cam Johnson.
All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do some Bobcat. Bergman, how's Bobcat today?
It is the best Bobcat ever.
Excellent.
Award-winning.
That's coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way.
$710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win $1 million.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
First, have you followed Corporate Greg at his new Instagram?
Corporate Greg.
That's right. The other one got hacked. So the new one is corporate_Greg. Follow now, follow often.
Corporate Greg.
But now it is time for that Bobcat.
Bobcat.
It's time for Bobcat.
Bobcat.
Bobcat time. Take it away, Corporate Greg.
Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Chris and Amanda. All right, so an interesting article in The Athletic today about college basketball. A guy named Kyle Tucker, which I don't even know if anybody in there is listening.
Kyle
right
Tucker,
now
I'm listening. The Kyle Tucker.
John has
Kyle
no
Tucker.
idea what we're talking about.
Any relation to Justin Tucker?
No, totally different person, and he's not the guy on the Astros either. So
Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker. He's
Okay.
a college basketball writer for The Athletic. Thanks for paying attention.
I am.
I never.
I never read. Always read Kyle Tucker.
Of course, he's a great writer for The Athletic.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be on Sliwa's show tomorrow.
That was only at night. A guy named Kyle Tucker wrote about how that since Coach K, Roy Williams, and Jay Wright are no longer coaching, that John Calipari is the new face of college basketball coaches, and he's 63 years old. Meaning not a ton of time left for him, but can keep going for a little bit. Outside of maybe Tom Izzo, who is the face of college basketball when those two retire?
Let's see. Roy Williams is out.
Yeah.
Calipari's still in. Jim Boeheim's still in.
Yeah.
Tom Izzo's still in.
Right now, so outside of Boeheim,
You got Bill Self in Kansas.
Oh, Bill Self.
Oh, Bill Self is actually a good call.
Every time he takes a picture, you know what it is?
Selfie.
That's right.
Oh,
You get it, Mace?
Thank you. Yeah, no, I do get it, Mace.
All right. Let's see. Who else?
Mick Cronin.
No.
Nah, I don't think enough people know who he is.
I think that's it. I think that might be the Mount Rushmore of coaches.
I'll listen to you.
Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go.
Self, Boeheim, Calipari, and
That's kind of it, right?
what about Jay?
Yeah, that really is. Well, you know,
Where's Jay Wright?
college
He's
basketball
gone. He
has
retired.
He retired.
College basketball's gotten very fringy. Like, people don't follow it.
Yeah,
like
it's
They
That's
they
March Madness.
basically watch the tournament.
watch the tournament.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
don't watch regular
either.
season college basketball. Bergman does. Do you watch regular season?
Very little.
Yeah, very. I mean,
Because we're knee deep in NBA.
of course.
You know, who's the
Yeah.
you know who's the most fun college basketball player to watch playing right now? Caitlin Clark, young lady from Iowa. She shoots Steph Curry range.
Yeah,
Wow.
they just gave her an NIL deal.
Yeah.
Oh,
she,
nice.
She can play. She's
Good
gonna be
for her.
she's gonna be the number. I think she's only a junior this year, so she has to wait another year. But boy, she can shoot.
Bobcat.
All right, so in a lot of locker rooms, there are games and a lot of fun stuff to keep the room loose, right? So the Dolphins, for example, have ping pong tables in their locker room.
Yes.
The Dolphins captains, however, have decided to take them out so that they can focus more on their preparation. Head coach Mike McDaniel praised them for making that decision. What's the right balance between fun and serious for a professional team?
Well, Michael, since you're the only one that's been on a professional team, what do you think?
When you are on your own time, like when there's no practice, like you have to get ready or whatever, you should be able to have fun and goof around, takes your mind off the job a little bit, can relax instead of always being on edge and always thinking and overwhelmed, thinking about the game. Right. Ping pong, playing cards, shuffleboard, whatever.
Cribbage.
Bowling allows you to relax. Cribbage, or like you say, bridge.
Bridge. I don't know if bridge is cribbage. What about Blu-ray?
Yeah, stuff like that. It allows guys to relax. So, these guys are too uptight. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there has to be fun involved.
Yeah, some downtime.
Past Dodger teams, remember the bubble machine and stuff like that. There's stuff like that goes on. It loosens things up.
If you could have ping pong tables at military bases, which is dealing with life and death, I think you can have them in football. You think this is ridiculous.
I'm terrible at ping pong.
Really?
I always wanted to go to the Clayton Kershaw ping pong thing, but I'm a bad ping pong player.
So what? You don't have to be good. You have a partner. It's all for fun. Everybody's giggling and laughing. Fluffy was in it. Fluffy had a good time.
Oh, did Fluffy have fun?
Yeah, Fluffy was there. And the guy from what's the game from the Jimmy Kimmel show? Guillermo. Guillermo was there.
Yeah.
And Guillermo was drinking vodka.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go, but Guillermo was drinking vodka while he was playing. You have a good time.
Tequila, not vodka.
Tequila, that's right, tequila. So they had a good time. Go, Mace. Go next year. They'll love to have you there. You and Ireland.
By the way, people on YouTube are saying Mark Few could be the head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
That would be a good
People on YouTube are also saying I look like I'm from a loony bin the way I'm dressed today.
If the shoe fits.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
Yeah.
Bobcat.
All right.
Okay, that time of year, I'm getting invites to Halloween parties, and you have to dress with a costume.
Oh,
Mason,
yeah.
you throw parties. Have you had a Halloween party before? And what has been the most elaborate costume you guys have ever worn to a party?
Well, I can't say that I've... Are you a dress-up for Halloween guy, John?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I like Halloween.
So, what's your best costume?
What is the best costume I've ever worn to Halloween? I stole this from the original Karate Kid, the very first movie. I went as a shower. And what you do is you wear a big hula hoop on your head, and you put a shower curtain, and then you bring girls into the curtain and close it.
It's kind of like Karate Kid stuff.
I know. I stole it from Daniel LaRusso in the the Karate Kid.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you get the hula hoop on your head?
Well,
it's big enough, but how'd you get it on?
Have you seen my head?
Yeah.
Just got a piece of tape. Run the thing in the back.
Can I make a confession? I kind of teased this up yesterday, but I hate Halloween.
What's wrong with you?
Really?
I don't like
You
Halloween
don't hand out candy
at all.
You just turn your lights off and pretend you're not home?
No, we're on sort of a weird side street, and kids don't come by our house for whatever reason.
Art, you come by my house. It's a
you
giant
live in
carnival.
Mayberry. You live in Pleasantville. I'm telling you, our neighborhood is so friggin' decked out for Halloween, and I can't stand it. There is a 6-foot diameter spider on this guy's house, and all that gross cottony stuff on that by the way, and got wet last night because it rained, and now it's just hanging off the tree. I think Halloween sucks. I've never liked it. I never have.
Halloween's
never will.
Awesome.
Yeah,
particularly when you're in college.
The most elaborate costume I've ever had on was I played a role in a movie that I produced called Little Devil, and I got made up like a guy that weighed 275
So you're basically
pounds.
in a fat suit.
So I was in a fat suit. So I had the chin and everything. I tried to find that picture, but that's as elaborate a concept. But Halloween,
you should have went as an eagle.
It's a falcon.
Because you got the beak for it.
I do have the beak for it. There it is. Boy,
I dressed up as...
That's annoying, people.
Yeah. I dressed up as a white guy so I can go anywhere I wanted to go.
Bergman, are you a big Halloween guy?
I love Halloween. I don't really dress. The best costume I ever dressed up in I wore a fat bastard costume from Austin Powers.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And walked around in West Hollywood where they ended that, by the way. Yeah, and just walked around that, took so many pictures. It was the greatest costume ever.
Jorge, what were you, one of the three amigos?
No.
Yes. Michael, can you just stop one time?
No, I dressed up as a taco once, Michael.
Jeez. No, I do not dress up as a rabbi, okay?
I love that movie.
Putting it out there for you.
That's right.
For reference sake,
Yeah.
the movie The Three Amigos,
Right.
was it not Three White Guys?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steve Martin, Martin Short,
and
Chevy Chase.
Chevy
right?
Chase. Yeah, there you go.
See, that was a great movie. I was Three Amigos 2 would come out.
Nobody wants to work with Chevy Chase.
That's
the
right.
problem with
Everybody can't stand Chevy Chase.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I'm actually glad that Mason decided to be an old man for this because
screw you.
Because David Jones on the YouTube stream asked this: can the Sophie voice and the old man voice have a conversation one day? So let's have them talk about how they feel about.
Well,
getting
I don't know. John's voice is a question.
You can't do the old man though.
No, I can't do any voices.
Oh, you can't do the old man voice. I figured that
funny
wouldn't hurt
voices.
your voice as
He's
much,
going to
but
call.
okay.
He's going to call a game tonight.
Well, yeah.
But
unless,
Sophie can definitely have a
yeah.
conversation with anyone. Hi, Michael. I'm Sophie. I'm Steve Mason's dog. What do you think?
That's how Sophia would talk.
That's how she talk. That's how I talk.
Sounds like an old lady.
I am an old lady. I'm 16 years old.
What
I'm
about-
very mature.
No, that just sounds like an old lady who sits at a retirement home.
What do you think I do? I'm 16 years old. I eat and I sleep. That's all I do.
How about Fredo? Do Fredo.
Now, what's Fredo sound like?
Yes. I love my sister Sophie. She is such
like
a
that.
good girl.
That's good. Yeah.
Hey, Michael, what Rocco sounds like?
Where's my food? Rocco's a soul brother.
Yeah.
Y'all quit messing with me, man.
Oh man,
that's all. He just stands by his dish with that look on his face.
Yeah, give me my food.
Give me my food,
Yeah.
brother. Give me my food, brother, man. He's black. Rocco's black.
Bobcat.
What's happening, players? There you go.
All right, so MLB has a new official partner, Charlotte's Web, and no, not the beloved book about the spider. Charlotte's Web is a CBD company, and they are now the official CBD partner of MLB.
Okay.
This has to be a huge step for sports in general, right?
It is. I mean, CBD, Michael, is so the cannabis is composed of THC,
Right,
which is what gets you high, and CBD, which has got all kinds of health benefits to it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not opposed to that.
But this is the first step of cannabis becoming, once it's federally legal, an official sponsor of professional sports leagues.
Oh, jeez. You can't do that.
What do you mean, oh, geez?
So what? Now, guys going to be in the locker room getting high?
It's
because it's
Wait a
endorsed by
minute,
the leagues?
you work in the NBA, Michael.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. CBD doesn't get you high.
No, CBD does not get you high.
But I'm talking about now they get the real cannabis endorsements.
What?
Come on.
I see wine commercials. I see beer commercials. I see liquor commercials. I see all that stuff.
Again.
Michael, my wine is different from yours.
No, because my wine doesn't get me high.
Sure it does.
Oh, if I drank 4 glasses, yeah.
Wait a minute. Why do you think I'm sitting around high as a kite all the time?
Because
I'm not.
you get high
It's
off
like
of-
a glass of wine.
You get high off of one chewable. I can drink a glass of wine and I'm not high.
John, are you high after one chewable?
I just go to sleep.
You just go to sleep. Yeah. No, it's possible to imbibe without becoming overwhelmed. Of course. Of course, Michael.
But could you drive after chewing?
No, I would never
Well,
drive.
there you go.
I would never drive even after one glass of wine. I am unbelievably weird about this, but after one glass of wine, after any sort of cannabis product, I would never get behind a wheel.
Home from Clearman's Galley that
Uber.
day. Did you leave your car there?
Yeah, I left my car there and
wow.
went back the next day.
By the
but
way,
I Ubered.
I heard how much,
It was the most expensive Uber
I
ride
bet.
I've ever had.
I heard how much Sliwa was drinking at the game. He didn't drive after the game, did he?
I don't know.
I think Lady Slee may have
She
driven.
must, because he said he had like 8 beers.
No, did he really?
Yeah. Because he drank those.
I'd love to see Slee after
No, he
eight
ordered.
beers.
Slee have 8 beers
He
at the game
ordered
last
5
night?
of those cans, and those are two beers each.
They
He said
are
he had
very
5
large.
beers. So I was
Yeah.
thinking, well, I hope he didn't drive home.
No, I'm sure Lady Slee
All
drove.
right, yeah. While he was asleep in the back seat.
Lady Slee, by the way, beautiful girl.
Really?
She is
Yeah,
beautiful.
She's beautiful.
What's she look like?
Oh, I met her at the
Describe her.
Mandy's. Very attractive.
Yeah, very.
Which
very
actress
nice.
does she read?
You would have met her at the Mandy's if you were there, Michael.
Which
Next year.
actress?
Well, because
Which actress?
somebody famous. So who does she look like?
Um,
Who does she resemble?
I'm trying.
Jennifer
to think.
Aniston?
Yeah, a little
yeah,
bit.
Jennifer Aniston.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, Queen Latifah.
No, not Queen
You never know.
Latifah.
She's a beautiful lady.
Yeah,
Michael.
What? She's pretty.
Bobcat.
Yeah, we'll move on. All right, so this is more of a John story.
Okay.
Jamie
Excellent.
Lee Curtis wants to do a Freaky Friday remake with Lindsay Lohan. So, John, how quickly are you getting to the theater for this train wreck?
I will find a way to finagle my way into the
Movie
premiere.
set?
Premiere, yeah. And by the way, Greg, I'm glad you brought this up because Lindsay Lohan, think about this. Her last movie was basically an rated X, that Canyons. It was unbelievable.
Oh, what's it called?
No, it's called The Canyons. It's like it was NC-17 or X or something. It was really racy. And now she's doing a Christmas movie on Netflix. So she's back, Greg, in the family-friendly movie world.
Christmas movie is kind of the last chance saloon for actors.
Well, it's countdown to Christmas on Hallmark starting
You like
at
the
the end
crazy
of this
girls,
month.
don't you?
I do.
So Lindsay or Kate Beckinsale? You had
Well,
a date.
Kate's
Which one?
not crazy.
Well, but if he had a date, which one would you go out on?
Kate.
Kate over
Yeah,
Lindsay?
yeah.
Kate's is everything.
Kate's the one.
Kate is his everything.
Yeah. But Lindsay would be in the top 5.
Jamie Lee Curtis, by the way, has got a movie coming out on Friday. It is Halloween the Last, Halloween the Final, Halloween. I think they're actually calling it Halloween the End. Yeah, there you go.
This
Halloween
is
the End.
The end.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is in the best movie so far of 2022.
Which is
called Everything Everywhere All at Once. It is fantastic. It's Jamie Lee Curtis, Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh, former Bond girl.
Yeah, you go check that movie out.
Now,
Have you seen it, Jorge?
No, but
it's fantastic.
Do they promise it's the end?
No.
No.
They will not make that promise. You can't kill Michael Myers.
Really? I know.
No, he'll be back. He'll be back next year.
But you know what? They should just burn him up because nothing survives a fire.
I think they've done that before.
They've done that? They've burned him up, too?
They've done any way. He's died every way you can think.
He's been to space. Oh, no, that's Jason.
That's Jason.
Jason went to space and came
kill
back?
the boogeyman.
Really?
Yeah,
Jason in space is like
Jason
the
did go to
8th
space.
one or
If
whatever.
Jason X, I think, wasn't it? Jason
If
X
Jason
in
and
space.
Michael Myers had a fight, who would win?
That movie was made, wasn't it?
It did that.
Yeah,
Yes.
they
They did?
Yeah,
Jason
they did.
versus Michael
Jason
Myers.
versus Michael Myers in an actual movie. And
won?
I don't know who won. Does
I
anybody
think
know
they
who
like
won?
teamed up. I don't know.
It was a tie. They're still making movies.
Yeah, it never ends.
Yeah,
right.
It's just going to keep coming. All right,
Bobcat.
I'm curious from you, Michael. Are you scared of like witchcraft?
Yeah, there's some evil stuff in this world, man.
Okay.
That stuff is
I'm
real.
going to play something for you, and I'm going to ask you if this particular mother is overreacting. We'll do that coming up next. And, of course, Game 2, NLDS tonight. It is Yu Darvish on the mound for the Padres versus Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. Great game last night for the Dodgers as they take a commanding 1-0 series lead in the NLDS. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Listen every Monday during football season to Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win $1 million.
And you can score tickets to a game at SoFi for just playing on $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
710 ESPN.
710 Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
I want to taste the water from your hose.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, Mason was the good luck charm last night at Chavez Ravine. Dodgers take Game 1 of the NLDS over the Padres. Game 2 tonight. We'll get you ready with real Dodgers talk, but we won't be broadcasting the game because we got Lakers preseason basketball. The voice of Johnny I and Mychal Thompson will be booming on 710. Lakers Timberwolves tonight. Speaking of Johnny I, you may not know who Christopher Mad Dog Russo is. I mean, I love Russo, the Mad Dog. How you doing, everybody? But yesterday, Ireland did a Russo impression, and it was gold. So let's play a bit of that.
And I'm with Briones, Julio, Jorge, but I can't take it. We got Kaplan selling stuff for free on the side. We got Donato, never shows up, never here. Haven't seen him in 3 months. Got a bunch of rules around here. Enough. Can't take it.
See, whether you know Russo or not, you like Ireland's impression, right? Let's get to more fun and frivolity a Wednesday afternoon with Mason and Ireland right now.
3 o'clock growl. I think Russo's gone mainstream now that he's doing first take every day.
A lot of people know
every
he
couple
is
of days
now.
a week.
Scream off him and Stephen A.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot of screaming when those two guys get together.
It was today. I watched it.
Can I read a tweet from Brandon?
Sure.
This is for Mace. Last night, after listening to Dodger Talk on another station, the show after that was ripping Bergman for being a horrible producer when he worked at 570 and always being late because he played in a pansy kickball league. It was great.
Wait a minute. This was actually discussed last night?
Wait, it was discussed on what?
So this guy says...
What's the guy's name?
Brandon.
Well, we don't have his last name. He's on Twitter.
His Twitter handle is Biggie Smalls 710.
Oh, okay.
I heard him.
So he says that they were ripping you for being a horrible producer when you worked at 570, which was like forever ago.
I never worked at 570. I did work for Fox Sports Radio.
You worked at Fox Sports Radio,
I worked
right.
at Fox Sports Radio for years.
And what I want to know is, did you play in a pansy kickball league?
I 100% played in a kickball
No, really?
league. And it was a nighttime show. I'd have to get there for an 11 o'clock start. And we would play kickball in Hollywood, and it was all about just drinking and having fun. Yeah, oh no, it was a blast. So every once in a while, I did show up late once because I was still in all my kickball gear, and I was
Wait a minute.
And I was playing.
What
Kickball
constitutes
gear?
kickball gear?
Isn't it just like
No,
tennis
just like
shoes
you
and
had your
shorts?
shirt. We had a shirt and
it's
I
like a
had,
bowling team.
high
You had
pants.
uniforms
Yeah,
and
we had
stuff?
uniforms. Yeah, absolutely.
Did
And
everybody
I
get a
definitely
trophy?
did show up late, 100%. What show was this that they said that I was?
The
show that came on after Dodger Talk.
It sounds like it was Fox Sports Radio last night when they switched back to network.
So
you
that
were
was
a topic of
probably-
conversation.
So it was either
Ben
like
Maller and
Ben Maller or Jason
Maller,
Smith
yeah.
or one of those guys.
Oh,
Did anybody who
absolutely.
play in this league have a girlfriend?
Yes, a lot of people made it. No, it was co-ed. John, you would love this. You would absolutely love this.
When I was at UCLA, UCLA has the best intramural program in the United States. You can play any sport, any level. They have A, B, C, D. I played co-ed inner tube water polo. Outstanding sport.
Say it again. It's
co-ed?
Co-ed inner tube water polo. So instead of being, like regular water polo, you've got to, tread water and play.
Two girls in bathing suits?
Yeah. And you would sit in inner tubes and pass the ball to the people next to you, but everybody just did it to meet girls. Co-ed inner tube water polo.
Smart.
Beautiful sport.
Bergman, sounds like you are influential. You're being trashed on another station. It's unbelievable.
Good.
You're getting
I don't mind
trashed
that.
on 2 stations at the same
Totally
time.
fine. Anytime you're talking about me, that's great.
Right. And I am just a little disappointed I never got invited to play in the Pansy Kickball League.
See, this is what I'm saying. You would have loved it. It was.
I know.
It was co-ed. It was co-ed.
I'm not being
right.
I'm not being disingenuous. I want to
Bergman,
play in
you're
the
smart.
Pansy
It
Kickball
was,
League.
and also it was
What
co-ed.
happened
and we
to it?
all
Why'd
did
you
was
quit?
drink. Well, because I got a little bit older.
Bergman, you're smart. You're like the Kardashian friends. You hang out with famous people. You get famous just like them.
I just want to, as a point of information, it was actually Freddy Krueger versus Jason.
Oh.
Michael Myers never involved.
But which one of those 3 is the toughest? Krueger, Myers, or Jason? Which one would you least want to face?
Krueger gets in your head.
But are any of those 3 human?
Well, yeah, right.
Yeah, sure.
No, because you can't kill Michael Myers.
Well, Jason was
human, but he drowned in the Crystal Lake at the very beginning. I don't know if they're. I think they're all invincible. Right?
Yeah, you can't kill them.
So which one would you rather have chase you between the 3 of those? Freddy, Michael, or Jason?
I would say I'm least scared of Mychal. I think I could outrun Mychal.
What about Chucky?
Chucky's a doll. You just pick him up and throw him out.
He's an evil doll.
Chucky.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but then his head,
pick up that doll
his head just spins around and he comes back to you.
Just pull his head off. He's a doll.
Yeah.
Just go pull his head off.
All right, so as we get ready for NLDS Game 2, we're just screwing around a little bit. And Mychal, you've got this witchcraft thing is
witchcraft scares me.
Halloween, this is the season.
Well, that's why Halloween's kind of like I understand as kids and they have fun dressing up and they get treats and all that stuff, but it is celebrating the occult, which I fear greatly, isn't it?
I don't know. Is it
the
celebrating
dark side?
The occult?
Yeah.
Is Halloween celebrating the occult?
Well, a lot of people use this.
I've always said Halloween's an excuse
Just
to dress up
silliness.
and give people candy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Didn't it come from worshiping like the devil and all that kind of stuff, from Satanism, all that stuff? Halloween.
Maybe.
When you look at the origins of it.
Somebody look that up.
Yeah, somebody look that up.
Look that up.
It doesn't. It's not to glorify the good side of things.
So I found this mom on TikTok, and she is very concerned about Hocus Pocus 2, the sequel to Hocus Pocus.
Wait, this is the movie with Sarah Jessica Parker,
Bette Midler, and
Kathy
one other,
Najimy.
Kathy Najimy, right?
Comedy, right?
It's comedy.
Yeah.
So Hocus Pocus 2.
Is this like how Bergman is strangely scared of Ernest Scared Stupid?
When I was 8.
It seems a bit like that. Listen.
A worst case scenario is that you unleash hell on your kids and in your home.
Jamie Gooch is a mother of 3 and the owner of Gooch Family Farms in Troy.
I love everything to do with house and home. I believe everything starts here.
This time of year, fall harvest is heavily celebrated in their household, but Halloween is not.
It grieves me, the thought of exposing our kids to darkness.
Is she
Gooch
crying?
says there's a spiritual war being waged against homes in America, and Hollywood is part of the problem. And right now, one film in particular.
The whole movie is based on witches harvesting children for blood sacrifices.
In a recent Facebook post,
I was a little bit scared when I hit post because I was afraid of the reaction that I would get.
Gooch advises moms against letting their kids watch Hocus Pocus 2.
I believe whatever comes in our TV screens, there are things attached to that.
All right, so Hocus Pocus 2. Mychal, are you concerned?
Well, I haven't seen it, but are they like showing blood sacrificing people?
No, it's just silly, stirring a cauldron.
Oh, it's cauldron?
Stupid
It's a
witch
cauldron
stuff.
kind of
yeah.
stuff like that?
Halloween, by the way, has its roots in the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, a pagan religious celebration to welcome the harvest at the end of summer when people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts.
Anytime you mention pagan, I ain't in that. That's the devil.
I don't think pagan means the devil.
Jim Mason, do you believe in ghosts?
I would say not your silly ones at your hotels.
But yeah, there are
No,
spirits.
they stole Michael's wine. A ghost stole Michael's wine.
Thank you.
Ridiculous.
Listen,
I've been begging for the ghost to come visit me, but
Ireland's,
they won't do it.
he's being sarcastic right now.
I am being sarcastic.
And you're being facetious, whatever that word is.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, folks,
that too.
this actually happened to me, and Ireland is poo-pooing it and making fun of it.
I am not making fun of it. I want to know what happened to your wine.
I know for a fact Mike Trudell probably took that wine.
No.
I know for a fact he probably took the
I was
wine.
up there on my...
That's a very
No,
faulty
this was
guess.
during the NBA Finals. No Laker personnel was around. I was up there in Golden State, and my wine was stolen from my door within 5 seconds as soon as I put it
What, do you
down.
have wine delivered
And they
outside
have-
No,
your door?
I had it in my hand, and I put it down by my door to go put my packages inside. Came back 5 seconds later, the wine glass was
And
gone.
it was a long hallway. No one in the hallway.
No way in the hallway. Nobody. This was midnight. This was at midnight. And I'm telling you, Jorge, you guys can make fun of me, but that wine disappeared. I went back downstairs. And by the way, Ireland, you know this hotel. You know this hotel's known for being haunted.
It is a creepy hotel.
It is known for being haunted.
Yeah.
I told the bartender what happened. He tells me, "Oh man,
Red rum.
freaky
Red
stuff
rum.
like that happens all the time."
All right, now, honest answer to this question. Did he give you another glass of wine?
Yes,
for
I went
free?
and got it back. Got another. No, I had
Did you have to pay?
Yeah, no, he got it for free. I got it for
You
free.
told him that a ghost took your wine.
My wine
and
disappeared.
he gave you another wine.
I told him exactly
Ladies
what
and
happened.
Gentlemen, here is a trick for you.
That's a hack.
If you want
That's a life
if you
hack.
want 2 drinks,
No, I would
just
never
say
do
a
that.
ghost stole your first one.
I wasn't that desperate. You know why I didn't want? I had to walk. You know how long those hallways are, Ireland? I had to walk
I know.
all the way back down to the bar to go get another glass of
Boy,
wine.
is there anything worse to when you're going to a hotel and you're way at the end of the hall and you get down there and your key doesn't work?
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh.
And then you got to go all the way down.
And then you got to decide, now, do I want to lug my bags all the way down there or trust that if I leave them outside my door, nobody will steal them? And then I always leave them outside the door. And then I get about 10 steps. I go, can't do it. Go back, get the bags, lug them all the way down, get another key.
You got to use a telephone across from the elevator.
That's what I do.
That's what you do.
I use the house phone. I say, yes, hello, house. I've locked myself out of my room. Can you please come up with a key? Then somebody shows up with a key.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
What?
Hotels are understaffed now, so you might be waiting an hour.
Yeah, and this is 3 a.m. We used to get there.
Yeah,
2 a.m.,
so
3
you got to
a.m.
go down and deal with it yourself.
What a hassle.
Yeah.
What a hassle. All right, I wanted to get to Bob Costas here. So Bob Costas...
Somebody stopped me today and was complaining about Bob Costas doing that game.
Good.
And I thought, I like Bob Costas.
So he's calling the MLB series between the Yankees and the Guardians, and Game 1 was last night. And apparently, viewers are dogging Costas for continually going off topic or taking unnecessary deep dives with stories he believes relate to the players on the field. More times than not, however, it just sounds like he likes to hear himself talk. Co-host Ron Darling can't get a word in edgewise, forcing fans to painfully listen to Costas's every thought.
Boy, don't let these people listen to Bill Walton.
Oh, but Walton's funny. And he's a nice guy.
Some of the comments. I genuinely love playoff baseball as much as any other sport. Bob Costas ruined my entire experience tonight. Shame on him.
Isn't he known to be a pompous little squirt?
Bob Costas
What
doesn't
do you
stop
mean,
talking.
pompous little squirt? What's
That's what I
wrong
heard.
with you?
That's what I heard about him.
How about this one? Holy blank, Bob Costas, I feel like I'm listening to a Ken Burns documentary. Call the effing game. I don't care about Aaron Boone's family tree and the 1943 Cleveland Indians.
Mason, do you agree with this criticism?
I've never been a Costas guy.
That kind of
Really?
kind of
Never been a
amazing.
Costas.
I love
He's kind of full of himself.
Bob Costas, if this game goes into extras, he eats eggs for breakfast on Thursdays, 2 yolks, 4 whites, sunny side up, rye toast, a little burnt because that's how his dad used to eat it. Then comes the juice orange, no pulp. He likes ketchup room temperature.
He's right. That's exactly him.
It's actually, Bob Costas just rambles on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Do you?
I think he's good. Boy, I remember one time I sent out a tweet after Bob Costas did a Dodger playoff game. Mm-hmm. It was when Vin was retiring.
Okay.
And I didn't know that they had already hired Joe Davis.
Oh.
And I said, wow, Bob Costas. And I wrote, Bob Costas is great. Love listening to him play baseball. And the wrath, I had to delete the tweet. The wrath of the Dodger fans came down
Right.
on me.
Well, I think the thing that's annoying in some broadcasters is their level of self-seriousness.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Bob's a very self-serious guy.
Yep.
Like I'm the authority. I've been doing this a long time. You don't get that?
Yep.
No.
I think he's Edwin R. Tomorrow.
You mean Murrow?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Edwin R. Murrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Well, that was
Edward R. Tomorrow.
Edward R. Tomorrow.
Yeah, you can't say
So Indians, what are they called now? Guardians fans and Yankees fans not loving Bob Costas
All right.
on those games.
Update.
Yep.
Breaking news, Jorge. Fox just put out a bulletin. 4:30 is now the expected start time of Braves-Phillies. 4:30. It was supposed to start at 1:30, but the rain has let up, and they're going to give it a go at 4:30. So the Dodgers start at 5:07, right?
No, 5:37.
5:37.
Okay. So, and it's on Fox
Sports 1.
Are we going to be able to get that up where we are?
Yeah, we get it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll have it on my iPad watching it.
All right, good.
And when Chase comes up the bat, don't expect me to talk.
All right, coming up next, guys, you will not believe who's got a six-pack. You will not believe it.
I love six-packs.
Michael, you'll love this.
I love
it's
men with
very
six-packs.
surprising.
Is it Cappy?
No!
Okay.
I'm very
Tell you
impressed
who it
with
is.
men
It's-
with six-packs.
It's very well-known sports figure. I'll tell you who it is next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, Rams fans, Travis Rogers here. You have got to get the new ESPNLA app. In fact, let's go down to the locker room and get a little help.
What's up, Rams fans? This is Matthew Stafford. React to the Rams on the new ESPNLA app.
This is Cooper Kupp of the Los Angeles Rams. Listen to all your Rams talk on the ESPNLA app.
You are just one tap away from Rams All Access. Travis and Slee, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. Download it now on the App Store or Google Play.
In Ireland, the #1 sports show in LA.
710 ESPN.
Hi, what's going on? Getting ready for Game 2 NLDS tonight. It is Clayton Kershaw versus Yu Darvish, and Yu owes us a loss. After 2017, he
gave us a loss.
He owes us a dud of a performance tonight. Looking for Bergman. You're going to the game, right?
I am going to the game. Thank you very much.
So you're our official reporter here, and Travis will be there. The auxiliary press situation. Mychal, you like to lurk in the Lowe's section.
Yeah, I go to the Lowe's handicap
I've been there. Like NLCS, tickets get too expensive, so you lurk in the Lowe's.
Yeah.
That should be a slogan, lurk in the Lowe's. You guys had seats one time, and I was lurking behind you.
Yeah, you were right behind us, behind the pole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lon Rosen, who's the president of the Dodgers, is really nice to me. He always invites me to come down and sit basically in Tommy Lasorda's seats. But I said, no, man, I don't want to go all the way down there.
All right, so, Mychal, you are impressed by people with great physiques.
Oh, yes. Oh, I love a man. I love a man's body who's in shape.
So weird.
Yep.
So, Shaquille O'Neal, there are pictures floating around all over the internet. Shaquille O'Neal with a six-pack.
Good for Shaq.
Now,
no way. He's got some kind of suit on.
No, I'm telling you. It seems for real to me. I'll show you the picture here in a minute.
It's makeup.
He says that he needs motivation to get things like this done, and he has been motivated by none other than Charles Barkley. So this is what
because of how big Charles has become.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this is what Shaq had to say about this. He says that I like to create crazy motivation. I was looking at myself, and I had that Charles Barkley retirement body. I didn't want my gut to be over my belt anymore. So I was just like, let me go ahead and get slim. After the picture went viral, now I've got to live up to it. I was 401 pounds. Now I'm 365. I'm trying to make it back to 345. I want to have muscles everywhere, and I want to do an underwear ad with my sons for Fruit of the Loom.
I'm looking at the
So
picture.
Mychal has pulled up the pictures, and Mychal, you're an expert in this. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's for real. I mean, he looks good. He's not The Rock, but he looks really good. Shaq, you can
As a
definitely
big guy,
see some
that's
six-pack.
really hard to get that lean.
He looks really good.
And you put a lot of stress on your joints if you're 400 pounds.
Yeah,
too,
man. Yeah,
so.
Shaq looks
I'm
like
on the Shaq plane.
Yeah, Shaq looks good.
I'm on the Shaq.
Wait a
Definitely he's
minute.
getting in shape.
You just said an hour ago that last night you went to McDonald's, had 2 Big Macs, a 10-piece chicken McNuggets, and a Diet
Let's
Coke for
all
some
just
reason.
turn the page.
Okay, but so how are you on the Shaq plan if you had 2 Big Macs and a 10-piece chicken McNuggets?
John, as I always like to say, I'm starting today.
Oh, good
What
to
time
know.
did you eat last night? Like 11 p.m.?
Yes, well, it was after 11.
And
Mychal,
did you eat
that's one thing
breakfast?
you do that surprises me because you're in such good shape. You eat late.
No, well, only when I'm with you guys.
Right.
But I usually eat, like, we're on the road. I usually eat, and when I'm at home.
Like tonight, you'll eat late, right?
Yeah, because I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah.
And I'll go and eat, like, grilled chicken sandwich. But, like, regularly, I eat, like, no later than 6 p.m.
Huh.
Now, there was a report earlier today. They had this show that it's better on the Travis and Sliwa show. They had some medical, I don't know, whatever, doctor or some dietitian say it's better. The ideal time to eat dinner is 5 p.m.
Yeah.
That's the most healthy for you.
That's what I try to do.
I tell that to my wife all the time. She ain't buying it.
She's not making dinner that early.
No.
Now, my mom and not stepdad Leo, 4:30 is dinner time.
Early bird special.
Out in the desert.
Heck yeah.
That's when the 4 o'clock rush happens. But I always eat late. I always eat after 8 o'clock.
After 8?
Yeah,
you shouldn't
after
do
8.
that. That's a bad habit.
Why?
You should try to eat at 6. So give your food a time to digest. Because usually if you eat late like that, you're just going to lie around, probably go to bed, and that way your food don't digest as well.
I don't have any control.
Yeah.
When I get to a certain point at night.
So you have a bag of Doritos by your bed every night?
You know, now they have, and I don't know what these are. They have 3D Doritos. Have you seen these?
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
It's an inflated chip.
It's an inflated chip.
So a bunch of air inside.
Are they good?
They're crunchy.
Okay.
Did you try them?
Yeah, but
I tried them. I mean, I'm good with regular Doritos.
I mean, you're high, so it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Different experience.
3D Doritos. It's like, oh, there's
Now,
3D.
do you like Doritos or Cheetos the best when you get high?
Oh, Doritos.
Doritos.
Yeah, Doritos. They're the best. They're the best. All right, so, Michael, this is something that will impress you.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled this story aside just because of you. So, Tom Cruise, who is right now the biggest movie star in the world. Like
Bigger than The Rock.
Bigger than The Rock. He literally kept movie theaters' doors open because of Top Gun, which was the biggest hit of the last few years, and it's a great movie. He says that he is going to become the first civilian to make a spacewalk outside the International Space Station. So he's making a movie. And it is set in space, and he is going through all of the training to be able to go up to the International Space Station and then make a spacewalk. And they'll shoot film of him doing that. Now, my first thought is, cool to go on the International Space Station. That'd be fantastic. But in terms of making a movie, like, can't you do that green screen? Can't you just
like
shoot
in Gravity?
Right, like in Gravity. I mean,
great.
Sandra Bullock and George Clooney never
Well, you
went to
guys
space.
remember Capricorn 1?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was all about they made up a space station at a sound stage and told everybody those guys were on the moon.
No, but he wants to go
One
there.
of OJ's fine performances.
I think so. Yeah.
He wants to go out there and have the experience. And I guess he'll be out there. He won't be out there by himself. I'm sure a trained astronaut will be out there with him to help him walk through it. But, yeah, if he can do it, all the power to him.
You would do that, right?
You know, I would love to be able to do it, but it's so risky going to space, Mace, as we've seen with all the two space disasters.
William Shatner at 96 years
He didn't
old
go to
or
space.
something went to space. Well,
No,
he
didn't.
went.
He went up to the edge, up to
Is
the
that not
atmosphere.
space?
Yeah,
No.
I don't think it counts.
That
It's
doesn't
just-
count?
You're into the atmosphere.
When you
That's
go
it.
into space to get back to Earth, you got to go through the atmosphere. You can burn up. That's real space. And
Right.
he didn't face that.
So you don't believe that, like, Elon Musk and all those guys went to space?
Because,
that doesn't count.
You need a heat shield to come back to Earth.
They didn't go high enough up.
They didn't have
Hit the Seinfeld thing for a second. I
Okay.
want to ask you guys something. Did you guys see this story about there's a Senate race in Pennsylvania, and the two guys that are in a fairly close Senate race are John Fetterman and Dr. Oz, the TV doctor, Dr. Mehmet Oz. It's close. So in an attempt to win over voters, Fetterman took out a billboard in Philadelphia that just simply claims Dr. Oz is a Cowboys fan. Because the Eagles play the Cowboys this week.
Yeah.
If you were a voter, would that sway you? Like if Rick Caruso and Karen Bass, who are running for mayor of L.A., if one of them came out and said, Karen Bass is a Celtics fan.
Or a Clipper fan.
Yeah.
Clipper fan.
Would it work? You think I think it's funny. Is it effective?
I don't think it's necessarily. I mean, the whole thing about the Fetterman campaign is, he had a stroke, and now they're doing all this these funny memes and billboards and all this stuff. It's kind of the way they've run their campaign from the start. He's made a big deal about how Dr. Oz lives in New Jersey and he's running for the Senate in Pennsylvania and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got people talking, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the idea, to get people to talk and consider? I mean, for me, it's really funny. I think it's a funny bit.
Yeah, but would it work, Michael? Do you think it'll affect voters?
The independent voters?
Yeah, some guy's like torn and he finds out, wait a minute, that guy roots for the Cowboys on the week of the Eagles-Cowboys game. Is he going to get any votes out of it?
No, because Eagles fans ain't worried about the Cowboys as well as they're playing right now.
Well, the Cowboys are 4-1.
Wait, yeah, the Cowboys are 4-1.
The Eagles are 5-0.
5-0, yeah. And they have a better quarterback.
That's a really big game this week, too.
Yeah.
Right?
Huge.
And then Kansas City
Giants
plays.
are 4-1.
Doesn't Kansas City play Buffalo this weekend?
Yeah,
also?
I'm surprised that's not the Sunday night game.
Yeah, I think it's the 125 on.
Yeah, I guess
on
CBS
Sunday.
didn't want to give it up.
Yeah, that's a big game
And
too.
then Monday night is what? Baltimore at the Giants, I believe. So that's a big game for the
Is that what it is?
both.
Yeah, Giants have been good.
Yeah, 4-1.
Giants have been good.
I know the Thursday night game stinks this week. It's Washington at Chicago.
Oh my God!
But the other games this weekend are really good.
Stu will watch. He'll
The
watch it.
NFL should. I mean,
By the way,
to let you know how much Stu will watch,
Yeah.
this happened over the weekend. So we do this last Thursday. We're in Vegas. Mike and I are in Vegas doing the games. And we get word when we're doing this game at the table that the Sunday night football game is maybe the worst NFL game ever.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Colts-Broncos. Like just a miserable, painful game. So we get back to the hotel. And I know Michael and Stu both love NFL football. So I text each one of them. A replay of the Thursday night football game is starting now on Channel 80. Stu, I did the same thing. I said, Stu, this is how dumb I am. I stayed up and watched that whole replay.
Wow. What?
And Stu goes, I wasn't going to admit it, but so did I.
Oh, my
It
goodness.
ended at like 2 in the morning.
A replay of the worst game of the year
Ever.
That you already knew the score.
And I not only knew the score, I knew how bad the game was.
Good
and
grief.
you know what? It lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
So Juan's dad is in town right now. I had dinner with him Monday night.
How old is he? How old a man is he?
I don't know. He's like 75 or some. He's like dad age.
All right, dad age.
And
Thanks, Mace.
and he says in Denver, he's a Denver season ticket holder. He says in Denver it's done. Nathaniel Hackett. They want him out. They want him out now.
Well, and
they want
you know,
him out
they
yesterday.
gave up everything for Russell Wilson, and
and
Russell
Russell
Wilson
Wilson
looks like he's.
Tell me if I'm crazy.
Yeah.
You probably will, Mace. You know who they should hire? Who some NFL team or some Power 5 team should hire for their next coach if they need a head coach?
I know what you're going to say, and I
Go ahead
couldn't
and tell
disagree with more.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Deion
disagree?
Are you going to say
Yes.
Yeah, no. Deion Sanders.
Why not?
No.
What do they have to lose? Would you rather have Deion Sanders or
Yeah,
Nathaniel Hackett?
Mace.
Well, am I getting the same guy? Am I getting the guy
At Jackson State, yeah, who
but
connects
am I
with
getting the
players?
guy who manages the clock? Well, let's face it. Nathaniel Hackett isn't in trouble because of players, and he's getting hammered because he doesn't know how to work the play clock, and they had to bring somebody in to manage the game for him. Now, Deion Sanders, first of all, I don't think he aspires to be an NFL.
I think he would. Oh, he'd do it. Yes, and or even a Power 5 coach. You think he's a Jackson State for life?
He's shot down Power 5 conference opportunities.
He has? I haven't heard that.
Yeah,
where'd you hear that?
But if they throw enough money at him, I think he'll do it.
Man, this guy, he's got some kind of magic with his players,
I
man.
want somebody who's been a coordinator in the NFL for a long time.
You don't think that would be a great splashy hire?
Would be splashy, but you can win the press conference. It doesn't mean you win the season.
Man, I don't know, man. Deion's got some. He's got some.
I'm kind of
got
with
something,
Mychal.
man.
I'd give him a shot.
Yeah. Deion, the players respond to him.
Just give me the Rams offensive coordinator, whoever that happens to be.
Have you seen the Rams offense?
No, but it seems to work for everybody.
But
Kevin O'Connell's Kevin O'Connell's 4-1 in Minnesota. I trust me, I know.
Yeah.
But it's not an accident that there are 3 former Rams offensive coordinators who are currently NFL head coaches.
Man, I think Deion's a great coach in waiting.
All right. Hey, is your vehicle due for service? By the way, coming up next for you, John, it's that thing.
Good. About time.
Yeah. Thing John's been waiting to get into the show all day long. Hey, is your vehicle due for service? Head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30
Hey, Rams fans, Travis Rogers here. You have got to get the new ESPNLA app. In fact, let's go down to the locker room and get a little help.
What's up, Rams fans? This is Matthew Stafford. React to the Rams on the new ESPNLA app.
This is Cooper Kupp of the Los Angeles Rams. Listen to all your Rams talk on the ESPNLA app.
You are just one tap away from Rams All Access. Travis and Slee, Mason and Ireland, and Sedano and Cap. Download it now on the App Store or Google Play.
Yeah. Why, you have a problem with having Sedano on the show?
Well,
Yes.
no, it's just
Yes,
he's
winning.
He's winning.
He's banning the way you banned me.
You afraid of a little competition?
Yeah, so Pepe Mantilla is going to join us coming up for
right.
Game of Games. So
Does he have any wins this month?
Nope.
I think Pepe has one.
No wins this month.
No, I think
Score,
he was out of town or
Sedano
something.
4, Taylor 1. Taylor 1.
Taylor.
Jorge 1.
Oh, no, I got a few.
Jacob 1.
Few what?
Few wins. I got like 2 wins or 3 wins.
Well, Bergman, you're in charge of the scoreboard.
I'm not in charge of it. You always are in charge of the
I'm
scoreboard.
not in charge of the scoreboard. That's not my
It's
job.
on your
That's not part of
crazy-looking
my-
prep doc.
It's
But
not
yes,
part of my
this is all.
job.
Jorge has 1, Jacob has 1, Sedano has 4, Taylor has 1.
All right. Let me,
How do you have 2,
as
Jorge?
Michael
'Cause I
would
won.
say, let me ask you guys a question.
No, don't put yourself with 1, Mason.
I won on Monday.
He did. He won my game.
Yeah.
Oh, then you can have
You're
1.
the worst scoreboard.
I'm
it's
not
like
the
You know,
scoreboard
Greenfield.
if you would show up on time and not go play in that pansy kickball league,
You want to be in the Pansy Kickball League.
All right, let me ask you guys. Mason, you're like Mr. Olympics.
Yes, I love the Olympics.
So Shannon Sharp has a podcast.
Okay.
And this week he had Lamar Odom
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Yep.
And Odom said that he really, really wanted to win an Olympic gold medal. That's what was important to him. But he realized that when he was on the Olympic team and he took a drug test, he was going to fail it.
Yes.
So he used the Whizzinator. Remember the old fake?
The Whizzinator.
It's a fake thing you put in your pants that has clean urine in it.
Yes.
And then when you go take your test, you pass your test.
Correct.
Is it that easy to pass an Olympic drug test?
Yeah, that's a very good question.
I mean, I thought they were like incredibly strict.
Yeah, they got to see you pee in the bottle.
Right.
Well, but he's got the thing that does the peeing.
Uh-huh.
So he's got a fake,
device.
a fake device in his pants. Do you think he just dropped his pants,
Turned his back to the
turned the guy, did it, and handed him the cup?
I mean,
some guys are shy like this, yeah.
What it was. I mean, he, you know.
I mean, I thought Olympic drug testing was supposed to be like the toughest level of drug testing there is. Yeah.
Tell the Russians.
Maybe
I mean,
they let you go in the room by yourself, but they probably are there waiting for you to come out with the specimen.
So if you had it in your pants, you could get away with it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't think they sit there and watch you pull your stuff out and
Have you
watch
ever
it.
watched that documentary called Icarus?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
About
Such a great
drug testing and cycling,
and
right?
cycling. But
Yeah.
also he goes into the whole Sochi. Like in Sochi, the Russians had like removable windows where you could actually pull the unclean urine out and put clean urine in. It was like it was so complex. This is why the Russians have to compete as the Russian
Federated,
of
yeah,
Russian
whatever.
people, because they had such an elaborate cheating scam. Michael, you would love this documentary.
Yeah.
It's about cycling. It's about drug tests. It's about what
Yeah.
the Russians did. It's
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. It's called Icarus. Really good. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, but Dusty Baker was defending Barry Bonds as the legitimate home run king, even though has it been proven that he took illegal PEDs? Has it been proven or just
Hasn't been
highly
proven.
suspected?
They wrote a book about it called Game of Shadows.
But has it been
lays
proven?
it out.
Did he admit to taking them?
No.
And it's never proven that he was?
But
that he
if
took
you
them?
read Game of Shadows, they lay out the case exactly how he did it.
But it's not proof, though.
It is proof.
It is proof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you read that book.
If you read the book, you'll
If
say,
you read that book, there's no
"Oh."
other conclusion.
So if it was
you
in a
can
court
come-
of law, he'd
Greg
have been
Anderson, his trainer, went to jail for
If
it.
it was in a court of law, there's enough evidence. There's a
convict him.
preponderance of evidence that he did
So
cheat.
why does Dusty defend him as the home run king? And if, let's say, he was an Olympic athlete, he would not be considered an Olympic champion.
Well, did are they friends? Did
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Dusty
Very
Dusty
close.
Dusty managed him.
Well,
Yeah.
well, that's why.
Because they asked Dusty, was Aaron Judge the legitimate home run king, but Dusty said no, it's Barry.
Yeah, it's not Barry. It is. In my mind, it's Aaron. Aaron Judge is the legit home run king.
Yeah, I think most people would love that to happen, but I saw Barry Bonds do it. It's kind of the
But
equivalent
if
of
he cheated, I saw Ben Johnson run 9.79, but he was cheating.
Well, it's the equivalent of they erased Reggie Bush's Heisman and took away USC's national championship.
Yeah,
I was
that's
at all
different.
those games.
Yeah, that's different.
that is different.
Yeah.
Because you're not
Why?
talking about. Because it had nothing to do with Reggie physically
Yeah.
on the field.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
a difference between enhancing your
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
and your mom enhancing her life with a house in San Diego.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's two different things. All right, coming up next, we're going to do Game of Games. It is
Call Pepe.
Michael Thompson's game today. You want to give us a little sneak preview, Michael?
Real or fake? Towns in America with strange names. You guys tell me if these are real names or fake names.
Excellent.
Okay. And everybody gets to choose. Everybody gets to pick.
right.
We will do that coming up with Pepe Mantilla, Mason in Ireland, 7 to ESPN.
Football fans want to win $100 for picking 5 games against the spread. Just download the Cover 5 app for free. Compete with Mason and me each week for a chance to win $100. Here's what you need to do. Download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join our show league, and then start having fun all season long. Just download the Cover 5 app. Use code MI22 to join the Mason and Ireland Show League. Pick 5 games against the spread to win $100, or play all season long at cover5.com.
ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Always fun when it is Mychal Thompson's game because it means Pepe Mantilla joins us right now. Pepe, how you doing, man?
I'm fine. Hi, how are you? How's Mike with his tricky questions?
It's Mychal and his
All
tricky
right,
questions.
so we'll see what he's got today, Pepe.
All right, Pepe.
Here we go. What do you got, Mychal?
Real or fake, Pepe and fellas? Towns in America with strange names. You guys tell me if these are real or fake. Everybody gets to guess.
Okay.
All of you will answer. No need to buzz in. The game of games, real or fake. Got 50 or so towns. Tell me what is real, what is fake.
50?
Well, we won't go through that, but just in case.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Start off with John, Virginia. Real or fake?
John, Virginia, Jorge, real or fake?
Oof. I'll say fake.
Greg?
Fake.
Mace?
I'm going to say real.
I'm going to say real. Pepe?
Fake.
It is real.
Boom. Mason and Ireland on the board.
Mason, Nevada. Real or fake?
Greg?
Fake.
Mace?
I think this is the old double deke. I'm going to say fake.
I also agree. Fake. Pepe?
Fake.
Jorge?
I'm going real.
It is real.
Yeah!
Wow. I
Swag.
thought you were trying to fool me.
Nope. Pepe, Texas. Real or fake? Pepe, Texas.
Mace?
Fake.
I think it's real. Pepe?
Fake.
Jorge?
Fake.
Greg?
Fake.
It is fake.
Yes. I'm the only one who didn't get it.
Not even in Mexico they got a town named
No, they
Pepe.
don't.
Okay.
Jorge, New Mexico. Real or fake?
This one's me. I think it's fake. Pepe?
Fake.
Jorge?
Fake.
Greg?
Fake.
With the crowd. Fake.
It is fake.
Yes.
All right, everybody gets one.
Hell, Michigan. Real or fake? Hell, Michigan.
I've been to hell.
Pepe?
You live
real
in
or
hell.
fake?
Real.
Jorge?
Oh, hell is real.
Greg?
The Jewish religion is real, too. Real.
Mace?
Hell yes.
I agree.
It is real.
Yep,
Yes.
everybody
Yes.
got it. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Boring, Oregon. Boring, Oregon.
How is there no Greg something? You went through everybody but me.
Boring, Oregon.
Boring. Greg.
That one is actually.
That's for you, Greg.
Thank you.
This is Jorge. Back to you.
This one's real.
Greg?
Real.
Mace?
Real.
I think it's real. Pepe?
Real.
It is real.
Okay, score update. Jorge 5, Mason 5, Bergman, Pepe, and I 4.
Gregory, South Dakota.
Hey.
Real or fake? Gregory, South Dakota.
This is Greg.
Because you said Gregory, I'm going to say it's real.
Mace.
Real.
I agree, real. Pepe.
Real.
Jorge.
Fake.
It is real.
Okay.
Crazy,
Yeah.
Crazy, Missouri. Real or fake? Crazy, Missouri.
Mace.
That sounds real.
I think it's fake. Pepe.
I'm going to say real.
Jorge.
Fake.
Greg.
Fake.
It is fake.
Boom.
Dinosaur, South Dakota. Dinosaur, South Dakota.
Okay, before anybody answers, this game is very close. Jorge, Bergman, Mason, and Ireland all have 6. Pepe has 5. All right, and Mace, you go first on this one. What was it?
Dinosaur, South Dakota. Real or fake?
Real.
I agree, real. Pepe.
Real.
Jorge.
Fake.
Greg.
Real.
It is real.
Yeah, a lot of dinosaur fossils are in South Dakota.
Silly, Vermont. Silly, Vermont. Real or fake?
This one's me. I'm going real. Pepe.
I'm going to say fake.
Jorge.
Fake.
Greg.
There's nothing silly about Vermont. It's fake.
I'm going fake.
It is fake.
I'm the only one who didn't get it. Mason's in the lead.
Why Arizona? WHY. Why Arizona? Real or fake?
This one is Pepe.
Real.
Jorge.
Fake.
Greg.
Real.
Mace.
Real.
I'm going real.
It is real.
Okay, so score update. Bergman and Mason each have 9. Jorge and I each have 8. Pepe has 7.
Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Real or fake?
This is Jorge.
Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
It's real.
Greg.
It's real.
Mace.
It's real.
I don't think Mychal would make it up. It's real. Pepe.
It's real.
It is real.
Yes, it is.
Everybody.
Big
Fun town.
Yep. Something's always going on. Big Bottom, Washington. Big Bottom, Washington. Real or fake?
Who went first last time?
I did.
You did?
It was
Greg.
me.
Big Bottom.
I just can't think you would make that one up either, but I'm going to say real.
Mace.
Fake.
I'm going real. Pepe.
Real.
Jorge.
I'm going fake.
It is real.
Yeah, I got the lead.
Okay. Pepe, did you go real or fake?
You went real.
Real.
All right, so here's the updated score. Bergman, 11. Ireland and Mason, 10. Jorge and Pepe, 9. It's tight.
Very tight. How many more are we going to do?
Bunch of more. As long as we can.
Let's do, you want to do 5 more?
Okay, do 5 more.
All right,
Ding Dong, Texas. Ding Dong, Texas. Real or fake?
Mace.
I'm going to say that's fake.
I'm going real. Pepe.
Real.
Jorge.
Real.
Greg.
I'm going to say fake.
It is real.
Boom.
All these tend to be real now.
I could have taken a big
Mason,
lead
did
there.
you go real or fake?
I went real.
Okay, and so you got a point for that?
Oh, no.
No, he went fake.
Point. I
No,
went
he
fake.
got it wrong.
Sorry about that.
All right, so Greg, you and I are tied. Here we go.
Zipper, Wyoming. Zipper, Wyoming. Real or fake?
This one's me, and I'm going real. Pepe.
Real.
Jorge.
Real.
Greg.
Real.
Real.
Everybody says real.
It is fake.
Oh, we all missed it.
Okay, 3 more. 3 more.
Lick Spoon, Michigan. Real or fake?
This
Town.
one's Pepe.
Lick Spoon.
Real.
Jorge.
Real.
Greg.
Real.
Mason.
Real.
Do I have the guts? Nope, I think it's real.
It is fake.
Oh! God dang it! That was it. That was my chance to pull
your
away.
moment.
All right, there are 2 more.
Yep.
And everyone's still alive. Bergman and Ireland, 11. Mason and Pepe, 10. Jorge, 9.
Wow.
So, Greg, you go first on this one. I'll go first on the next one.
Okay.
Here we go.
Lick Fork, West Virginia. Lick Fork, West Virginia. Real or fake town?
Greg.
Wow, would you really make it up twice? I'm going to say it's real.
I also think it's real. Pepe.
I say real.
Mace.
I need to make a point,
Yeah,
right?
you do.
I'm going fake right here.
Jorge.
Fake.
It is real.
That eliminates
Okay,
us.
okay. So it's down to me and Bergman.
And you have to go first.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Woo-wee. Till we get a winner.
Yes.
Fight till the
I don't have to go against you.
Yeah.
Real or fake town, ladies and gentlemen? Nimrod, Minnesota.
That's real. Greg.
It's real.
We both say real.
It is real.
All right. Next one, Greg. You go first this time.
Rock'em Sock'em, Connecticut.
Oof. I'm gonna just guess and say real. It's a good one to go opposite.
No, I think it's real.
It is fake.
Yeah, you had it. You totally could have done it. You totally could have done it there.
All right. So my turn to go first again.
Yeah, your turn to go
here we
first.
Here we go.
Here we go, folks. Dull, Ohio. Dull, Ohio. Dull.
That's real. Greg.
I say real.
That's real.
It is real.
Yeah.
Okay. Greg, you go first.
Yeah.
Stupid, Idaho. Real or fake?
Going fake.
Don't you have family in stupid Idaho?
I do, but it's fake.
It is fake.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, you go first.
Okay.
Weird, Hawaii.
Weird Hawaii.
Fake.
It's fake.
It is fake.
Oh, wow.
Fries, Virginia. Fries, Virginia.
Let's get a winner here, John.
Okay.
It's real.
I'll go fake.
It is real.
Bergman with the win.
Yeah. Pepe, you lost again.
Pepe, where you been?
Well, I lost by 1, okay, and I was down 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I lost by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was a good game for a change.
Unfortunately, it was a good game for a change. I agree, Pepe. I agree with Pepe. It was a good game for a change.
Pepe,
For Michael.
have you arrived at Crypto.com Arena yet?
I'm outside. I'm
Okay.
outside crypto.
All right, good.
Okay.
We'll see you in a few minutes.
Thanks,
I
Pepe.
can't believe you don't have a town named after you in Mexico.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
I can't believe you don't have a town named after you in Mexico, Pepe.
As much as you go down there, come
Yeah.
on.
You're like a hero.
I know. There is a town
Hey,
going
Pepe.
by my name, and there is a Mexico, Missouri too.
A Mexican
That's good to know that.
Hey, Pepe, do you know there? I'm not making this up. There is a Michael's Sweet Bells Thompson Boulevard in the Bahamas.
That's right.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, what do you expect?
We only got one road, Pepe.
Pepe, I'm looking forward to next Thursday night. So live, I can see you wave to the crowd and recognize all of those Pepe Mantilla fans out there.
Yeah, there are many fans that wave back at me. Believe it or not,
I've never seen one.
Not one.
They absolutely do.
You pay close attention next time.
Yeah, I am.
You know what I'm going to do,
I'll pay attention tonight.
No, here's what I'm going to do. Thursday night, when Pepe waves, I'm going to video the crowd and see if anybody is waving back. Okay.
Deal. All right.
Pepe, thank you very much, man. Have a good game tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, there's Pepe Mantilla. All right.
People who wave back as me and an island.
MT?
Yep.
Thanks for coming in.
I'm out. Okay.
Well, you can stick around.
You
for
can stick
crosstalk if
around.
you want.
Nobody else is
coming
here.
in? Is Sedano here?
I think it's Shadano and who is it? Shadano? Anyway, Super Crosstalk's coming up now.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk time. There we go.
All right, everybody's here, and Michael is in addition, so it's a five-man weave.
Five-man weave.
Cap,
yes, sir.
Did they finally start to lay off you yesterday?
Did they
or was it
adjudicate the issue?
Wait.
What?
Let's not talk about this too much.
Okay.
I'm just
Oh,
saying,
you have a big bonus hour
is this
on
one
it?
of those things that you don't want us to bring
No.
up in
We
crosstalk?
got yelled at for talking about it too much yesterday. So
Yelled at
talk about it too much.
Oh, wow.
By the way, I feel bad for John Ireland. John, the pipes tonight, man.
Yeah, they're going to be bad.
Well, because of your Russo thing.
Yeah.
Well, you put too much bass in your Russo voice.
I know,
That's
I
not
did.
where he doesn't have bass in it.
Yeah,
right,
tomorrow-
but you got to say that's a great Russo.
It was good. His cadence to his point was great.
Yes.
It's got to be more like, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah, that is good.
That is
good. That's better.
Yeah.
That's better.
So,
Poor John Ireland. Now,
less
wait,
bass.
Mace, can I just have the first word here today?
Please.
Do you mind? You're leaving the Dodger game last night.
Yes, in the rain.
You're stopping at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You set up the story as, I'm going to get a Big Mac, but I might get two just in case I'm hungrier than
Correct.
I realize I am.
Correct.
Oh,
Yes.
Then you tell us that you got two Big Macs,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just sort of try and slide past us that you also got a 10-piece McNugget and fries.
Mm-hmm.
But good thing you're on a diet because you got a Diet Coke.
It is important to have the Diet Coke. Why add the wasted calories to the beverage?
Since you two are both on a diet, after the show yesterday, Cappy and Chris and I, one of Cappy's friends, went to the Yard House.
Oh, yeah.
And all the diet talk, Cappy he crushed some tacos.
Yep.
Then he crushed some of Chris's sliders. Like,
Yep.
what are you talking
Wait,
about?
wait, and it got worse. Listen, I'm as guilty as anybody. So then I got home, right? I went and met Rachel at a bar, and I ordered 3 more tacos.
Oh, geez.
so believe me, I'm as guilty as anybody. And then, Mace, I heard you talking about the Big Macs today.
Yeah.
And I had a burger this afternoon. I mean, I am a disgusting animal.
So what is your weight as of this moment?
Yesterday when I weighed in, I was 201.
Now, if you don't eat the rest of the day, you'll be fine.
Yeah, but there's no chance I don't eat the rest of the day.
I got on the scale this morning. I was surprised. I was at 204, which isn't too bad, given the fact that I ate 2 Big Macs, a 10-piece chicken McNuggets, and a large fry last night.
2 Big Macs. I mean, that's so impressive to
When
me
I-
because it's 6 pieces of bread.
Let me tell you something. When I lived, when I was working in New York, on Fridays, I had hellacious weeks. Every week was a hellacious week there because I was having a really tough time.
Believe me, tell me. I lived it after.
You were there. You know exactly
Yeah.
what it was.
We're just
So
saying
every
friggin'
Friday, I would go to McDonald's after the show, 10 a.m., and I'd get 2 Big Macs, 20-piece chicken McNuggets,
20-piece?
2 large fries,
Oy.
caramel sundae,
No.
and a hot apple pie.
Oh, you're making this up.
Nope,
And you
100%
dip
true.
the pie
you dip
in
the
the
pie
sundae,
into the
right?
caramel
Yeah.
sundae, which I honestly think they should offer as a menu item. It's so delicious. But I would go home, get rockin' stoned, and eat the entire friggin' bag every Friday. That's the way I wrapped
How
up
old
the
were you
week.
back then, Nate?
I was in, what was I,
20 years ago.
35 maybe?
Oh, yeah. 35, you can crush that, no problem.
Yeah, no problem at all.
But Mace, why McDonald's? I'm curious because again, if I went to In-N-Out and I had 2 double doubles, I'm only having 4 pieces of bread. But at McDonald's, I'm having 6 pieces of bread with the 2 Big Macs, so you've even increased the bread intake.
I love that extra piece of bread. The value is in that extra piece of bread. That breadiness between the 2 burgers is absolutely delicious.
All right,
Yeah,
I haven't had
I
a Big
don't
Mac
love
in
that.
ages. When was the last time anybody else other than Mace had a Big Mac? It's been a long time for me.
It's been
No,
20
it's been
years.
years.
Yeah, been
Many
years.
Yeah,
for
at
me.
least 20 for
Really?
me.
So-
Yeah.
And I like them. I just said never go.
Go-to fast food is everybody in and out? Is that what you're doing? Go-to
Yeah,
fast
or
food?
Carl's Jr.
Oh, no. I like, what's the,
Popeyes?
no, Del Taco.
Del
I feel
Taco,
like Del
yeah.
Taco's
Oh,
menu
Del
has got
Taco.
tons of variety on it.
See, what I heard, are they an advertiser?
Not
Who dat?
currently.
Okay. So what I heard is they start with like this powdered meat, and then they add water, and it turns into meat.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
Are you
true
saying
or not.
McDonald's?
No, I'm talking about Del Taco.
Oh, I don't eat their burgers. I just eat a lot of their tacos, though.
Yeah.
If
That-
it's fast food that I'm searching out.
Right.
And
What-
their fries are killer.
Yeah, but they come in too cold. They never make them hot enough.
At
oh,
Del
really? Well,
Taco?
you're going to the wrong Del Taco. You got to
Yeah.
go to the Del Tacos
Yeah.
near me in Ireland, then.
Yeah,
What time of night was this, Mace? What time of night did you get these 2 Big Macs, 10-piece McNugget, large fries, and a Diet Coke?
Maybe 11-ish.
Oh,
Maybe.
you know, Bergman would be dead because he's told us. I don't know if he's told you guys this, but after 7 o'clock, he can't have red meat.
No red meat.
Why?
I'm actually just going to get rid of
Why
red
after
meat
7
completely.
o'clock?
Because it messes with my stomach. If I have it after 7 o'clock, I am in the restroom the rest of the night.
Okay.
And it starts
can
at
appreciate
12.
that.
Thanks for sharing.
Hey,
All right.
look, Cappy, you tell everything.
Right, I'm saying I
Yeah,
can
it's-
appreciate
it's
that.
true,
Yeah, that's
Cappy.
good. Yeah, see, you
No,
understand.
that's why John was the one who said thanks for sharing.
Oh, yeah,
So
you're welcome.
Did you guys hear my dilemma last night at the game that I was
No.
I was sitting with?
Oh, yeah.
So I had a single seat,
heard.
right?
Yeah.
And I was with I'm trying to, and now I've got to find the
Lee
name.
and
2
Lady
people on the
Sleep?
right, 2 people on the
Two
left.
people on the right, 2 people on the left, and then the woman in front of me was named Lisbeth.
Yeah, one guy's
Okay.
name was Hector, and the other guy's name was... I don't
Yeah,
remember.
Hector, and then Tim and Heather. Anyway, I'm with these fans. Totally cool fans.
And Lisbeth, right?
And Lisbeth is in the row in front of me.
Who Bergman says even if she's an heiress, he ain't going out with her because he don't like the name Lisbeth.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah.
It's a weird
Wait,
name.
what?
It's fake. It's a fake name. Her name is
Lisbeth?
Yeah, Lisbeth.
Lisbeth.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's
not true. I grew up with a girl named Lisbeth.
Yeah, me too in school.
Her
Yeah.
name was Elizabeth.
That's a
She
legit
just wanted to be different.
Spanish
No, that's
name.
a legit name.
Yeah, Lisbeth.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Lisbeth is high-fiving everybody except me.
Why?
Oh.
I have no idea. So I said to, and they all know each other, right? They're all friends. They
Okay,
all
well,
know
there's
each other.
that. You're a stranger. Stranger danger.
And I said, Hector, Lisbeth keeps keeping me hanging. And Hector said something to her, so I was part of the high five for the rest of the night. Now, I feel like I was left hanging over and over again, so I needed to say something. Was I right to say
validation?
something? Yeah. No, it was just so weird. I'm high-fiving every single person there, and Lisbeth, who's high-fiving everybody, doesn't high-five me.
She would look at you in the eye and not do it.
Look at me. Well, she'd glass, because I am a stranger. But still, you high-five people when you're at a game.
Mm-hmm. But some people don't like high-fiving strangers. Michael wouldn't high-five a stranger.
No.
He prefers the Japanese bow.
Exactly. The Japanese bow. But at a game, you do high-five people, don't you? If you go to one of Trace's games.
I wave.
You wait. What about when somebody approaches you because you're a 6 foot
fist bump?
I got bow. Well, what did you think, Mace? I mean, did you think like she's profiling me in some way because I'm this or that? She's not touching me?
No, I just felt. It felt awkward that she was directly in front of me. She's turning around. She's high-fiving the 2 people to the left of me, the 2 people to the right of me, and ignoring me altogether, so I had to say something. And I did. And she high-fived me for the rest of the night, and Lisbeth and I are now
You
tight.
guilted her.
Really? Did
It wasn't a sincere high five.
I bought her a beer.
Really?
Yeah, I bought Lisbeth a beer.
You
Did
did?
you,
Yeah.
did
You
get
bought her
Instagram?
affection?
Yes. Whatever it takes, George. Whatever it takes.
Did you get her Instagram handle? Are you guys following each other now?
No, we're not following each other. I didn't get that far down the road with Lisbeth.
Did you talk to her? She's from England with a name
No,
like
she's
that?
not. She's Latina.
If she's sitting in that, okay. She must be an heiress sitting in those expensive seats.
Right. Bergman says even if Lisbeth was an heiress, he would want nothing to
Really?
do with her.
Come on, dude.
It's a fake name.
Yeah, but can't
It's
you just
not
call
a
her
fake name.
Can't you just call her Liz?
That's
I'm naming my next child Lisbeth.
I like
When are you having another one?
For a girl.
Who knows?
Isn't that with one of the royal grandkids' name, Elizabeth or something like that?
Yeah,
Like,
isn't there a royal...
Will or Kate? Isn't that...
Yeah, I
Their
think
name is Elizabeth and just want to be different.
And they
Yeah,
call her
but what's
Elizabeth.
wrong with
I
that?
mean, listen, I understand what you're getting at, Bergie. Like, I know a girl, her name's Andrea, and then as she got a little older, she became Andrea.
Andrea?
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
had the same thing. So I grew up with a girl named Rhonda, and Rhonda went to Bowling Green where I went, and she said, my name is now Michelle. And I'm like, no, you're Rhonda.
What?
You're Rhonda. She
Changed her
opted to go to college and use her middle name
Yeah, people do
instead
that.
of her first name because she didn't like Rhonda. I'm like, sorry, Rhonda.
He's complaining
that's
about
the
people
name.
changing their names, Ireland. That's not ironic.
Yeah, it's weird.
Mr. Michel,
Yeah, I know.
Mr.
Who would
Mr.
do
Kons-
that?
Mr. Mr.
Mashansky.
Konsky.
Mashansky.
Why don't you go by that?
You know what? If I was to come along today, I probably would go by Mashansky.
Yeah. It's a cool
Your real
name.
last name is Mashansky?
Yeah, Mashansky.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Macionsky, yes.
Can we change
Mashansky.
the imaging to Mashansky in Ireland?
Mashansky in Ireland.
Yeah, why not?
See, to me, I don't
sounds
think
like a
it's
cop show.
I don't think it's as necessary to change your name now as it was back then. I was literally told you have to change your name. You cannot go by Steve Mashansky on the radio. So
What
I
else
went by
did they
Steve
tell
Mason.
you guys back in the day? Like you needed, like John, you worked in TV for a long time,
Yeah.
right? Like did they ever tell you,
So-
hey, can you do this, do that differently?
I worked with Van Earl Wright. You guys remember Van
Oh,
Earl
yeah,
Wright?
Van Earl Wright.
And Earl Wright.
So-
Hello, everybody.
I worked with him in Beaumont, Texas, and we take him into the GM's office, and we said, hey, this is the guy we want to hire. He's really good on the air, blah, blah, blah. And the guy goes, well, you can go by, I want you to pick one. You can go by Van Wright or you can go by Earl Wright, but you can't go by both. It's too weird. And Van Earl said, and at this time he had no standing in the world.
Right.
He said, Van Earl's my name. I'm sticking to it. And if you don't want to hire me, that's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Good
bold.
for him.
And it went on the air as
That's
Van Earl.
bold. So here's a weird story. I've told this story before, so stop me if you've heard it. So when I was
Hold on, Mashansky.
yeah. So anyway, I'm a kid and I'm starting on the radio, and I was probably in my 20s. I was doing morning drive in Toledo, and my grandparents had never heard me on the radio. This would be my dad's mom and dad, so the Mashanskys.
Oh no.
And I am Steve Mashansky III. My dad was Steve Mashansky Jr. My grandfather Steve Mashansky the first. And when they came to town, my mom and dad were very worried because they thought I would.
You left the name.
I was ashamed of my name in some way, and so I adopted the name Mason. So my grandparents heard me on the radio. When I came home, my grandfather, sober, cranky Steve Mashansky Sr., said to me, you know, when I was dating your grandmother, it wasn't so cool to be Polish. So for the first 6 months we dated, I told her my name was Steve Mason.
And that's where you get it from?
And that's not where I found that out later.
It was coincidental.
It was coincidental
Wow.
that he happened to go by the same fake name that I go by to this
What's
day.
on your license?
My
Mashansky?
Mashansky, yeah. That's my
So you
legal
never officially legally changed your name to Mason?
No. It's such
Still
a pain in
Mashansky.
the ass. Passports and driver's license, all that stuff. Mashansky's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I don't think people change their names as much as they used to.
Like in Hollywood?
No,
what about
nowadays
Hollywood?
Yeah, more acceptable.
Actresses
Hollywood,
don't do it
they're
anymore?
weird. I mean, there are some pretty. Not everybody takes a fake name. By the way, Lisbeth is a girl's name pronounced Lisbeth. It is of English and Hebrew origin, and the meaning of Lisbeth is "God is my oath."
Yeah,
Oh,
Bergman,
Bergie,
it's
come
Hebrew.
on, Bergie.
I mean,
It's Hebrew.
seriously.
I mean, I can't feel bad. I gotta feel
Bergie, it's
bad
a new
about it.
year,
I'm sorry.
baby.
Well, you didn't feel bad when
I'm
we-
atoning
Wait,
for my
hold on.
sins now.
Right.
I
You
have
didn't
to-
feel
we
bad
just
when
had-
Briones and I told you that it's a very common Hispanic name, but now you
He's
feel
bad.
bad because it's a Hebrew name?
Why are you trying to put me in that corner?
I'm
man?
just saying.
It's not very
We didn't
nice.
try. We did.
Lisbeth
I feel
is
bad both ways, but it's my Jewish.
I would have never thought that. Lisbeth is a common Hispanic name?
It is.
Lisbeth?
Lisbeth.
That sounds English to me.
Lisbeth?
That's how you say it, Lisbeth.
Lisbeth. Oh.
Lisbeth. So, now last night, I'm curious from you guys because Travis Rogers was out by the left field foul pole. I was had a really good seat. And what was your take on last night? Do you feel like this is now Dodgers have this thing in hand?
Yeah, look, I mean, it got shaky there at one point.
Yeah, it
Gavin
was-
Lux made a great play that kind of saved them. But that's playoff baseball, right? Like those are the moments you either come up short or you make the play that needs to be made. And they have dominated this team. I like how the postgame show, the Fox postgame show, called the Padres or the Dodgers, the Dodgers-Padres. The Dodgers daddy.
Yeah, the Dodgers. They were the Padres'
daddy, right? And
I
they
think
called
is
him
what
the
Ortiz
Padres Padre.
wound up saying. Yeah.
Can we talk about the Will Myers home run that probably should have been caught in the outfield?
Yeah, Trey said that. So the wall. He got caught up against the wall.
It looks like he
jumped
jumped into the wall.
Yeah, kind of. He said that he should have had that. He was ticked off at himself for not getting that. I was
bet,
surprised he
because
didn't get it. I thought he was going to get it.
I thought for sure he was going to get it, and I know.
Yeah.
Listen, earlier Bergman's like, "Yeah, 100% should have been caught," and everybody else was like, "No, come on, really? No."
I mean, I haven't looked at replays on that. You guys say that should have been caught?
Yeah, I think he just mistimed it because he said he got too close to the wall. Because you're right, he thought he would have gotten that usually. Yeah.
So
because
funny,
there's
Michael,
no way he jumps like that. I mean, that was like Phil Mickelson after winning the Masters.
That's right.
Come on,
Yep,
right?
exactly.
Well, when he did that in the Sedano and Cap community, somebody wrote, "Oh, now I guess we know now Trace has similar hops to Mychal and Clay."
Hey!
Oh,
there you go.
No.
I used to get above the square, boys.
But you know what's amazing about it, though?
On the backboard, on the glass.
But Michael, what's amazing about it, I know we talked about it, especially like when Trace first came back to the Dodgers, to find yourself starting in a playoff game after the kind of year that he's just had bouncing from team to team to team, and then coming to the Dodgers, kind of just hoping that you'd hang on. I remember the day you said that he called you and said, "I'm going to the Dodgers," and you're like, "What minor league affiliate will you be at?" He's like, "No, Dad, the big league team." To find himself starting in that position, what an amazing year in this dude's life.
Yeah, it really is a fairy tale. It's something that you wouldn't have expected at the start of the season. But now that he's here, like May says, you got to make contact, boy. You better do like Will Smith, put some in the gap tonight.
Yeah. So are you going to the game, Michael?
No, I didn't go last night.
He's
doing the Lakers game, yeah.
I
didn't go last
like
night.
You're going to be carrying the Laker broadcast
I was committing one of the 7 deadly sins last night. I was slothing. Yes.
Which is sort of my way of life.
That's what Mason's going to do tonight. He's going to sloth tonight.
Yeah, no, of the 7 deadly sins, I think I practice
sloth.
What does that mean?
Sloth.
Last night was gluttony. Last night
was last night.
Yeah, I just lust.
You lust?
I lust after everybody.
By the way, anybody who listens to the show will agree.
Yeah.
Poor Ireland, dude. This voice tonight, John. I don't know what you're going to do.
You sound fine, Ireland.
Yeah, I'll make it through.
Yeah, you're going to be fine. Huh?
And if not, I'll take over the play-by-play.
Exactly.
Please don't do that.
That's right,
Don't do
Mason.
that.
What do you mean, Jorge?
When John had COVID and Trudeau had to do 2 jobs at once and he had to leave for a second, Michael's literally saying, and some guy I never heard of in the corner shoots a 3.
And that guy, I think, went to Notre Dame.
That's right. Exactly. Unless it was Carl Towns, who cares?
Yeah, could happen tonight.
All right, well, we're going to wrap it up. Go Dodgers tonight, Game 2. 5:37 is the first pitch. It is Darvish versus Clayton Kershaw. And, of course, we got Lakers basketball coming up for you right here on 710 ESPN. Super Crosstalk brought to you by Coors Light, keeping Southern California chill all season long. Coming up next, lots of fun, lots of stupidity, all the stuff you've come to expect from our friends Sedano and Cappy. See you tomorrow at 1, 710 ESPN.